up's gonna be alright. All night, alright. With you, why do you gotta all night, alright. So slow, give it up, gonna be alright. All night, alright. With you, why do you gotta all night, alright. So slow, give it up, gonna be alright. Give it up, gonna be alright. Give it up, gonna be alright. All night, alright. With you, why do you gotta all night, alright. With slow, give it up, gonna be alright. All night, alright. With you, why do you gotta all night, alright. So slow, give it up, gonna be alright.
I'm sorry, but how good's rugby league? Like, actually, though, how good is rugby league? I'm just watching the scenes at the moment from Combank Stadium. We've got these two, at least somewhat local rivals, building a real tradition for Easter Monday, and the place is absolutely packed the hell out. Hello, everybody. Good to have you here for this, your Easter Monday clash. I hope you all had an absolutely outstanding day yesterday. I know I did. And I know that I'm going to be resting up as well after this stream to take in the last little bit of this long weekend. But this is the pinnacle of the day. You get these two sides. I reckon that both of them absolutely had their visions of the top 8 coming into this season. The Tigers, well, they have absolutely exceeded everyone's expectations of them. Got some really, really solid wins. They're looking like they're really building a great culture there at that club. And personally, they are my tip to win today's game. On the other hand, Parramatta, it's been a little bit up and down. Obviously, an absolute shellacking versus the Penrith Panthers did come for them this season, and that is sort of the defining result. But this is an opportunity for them. If they want to make the top 8, if they want to go further than they did last year, these are the kind of games that they need to be winning. So it's a very big one. It's a very big one for both sides. In terms of who's actually lining up, let's get into the teams. So, I'll move that a little bit. There we go. There we go. No changes, actually, to the starting sides. The only change that has come through is just here, 19 and 20 at the bottom. Hang on. Why can't you see my mouse there? I don't... Oh, now you can see my mouse. 19 and 20 there at the bottom. So Tristan Hope comes in to play for the West Tigers, potentially in this one as a reserve. But in terms of the starting sides, Josh Papali lines up at fullback with no Isaiah Iongi today. The rest of the Eels backs are all named as normal. Same with the West Tigers as last week against the Warriors. Tino Tavana, the man who scored that incredible try in the preseason, does line up there on the wing. Makasini playing in the centres as he usually does. No Jerome Luai, so Jock Madden starts there at 5'8". In the forwards, Terrell May and Fanua Bolly line up against Jack Williams and Junior Paulo with Api Coruscant versus Riley Smith, the hooker battle. I reckon, though, those back rowers have sung their praises all preseason long. I reckon they could have an absolute field day. Nothing against Kelmato Langi and Kitione Kautonga. They are absolutely solid in their own right, but I rate the two of those. Then you got some real impact off the bench. You look at Sione Fainu, Royce Hunt, even Latu coming in through the middle, I think could be very effective. Jack DeBell is an interesting inclusion there for Parramatta. He hasn't really hit the ground running exactly at the Parramatta Eels so far to start his career there, but could have an impact off the bench if he does take the field today. Alrighty. How are we all doing? I think both sides are a nuts cause. I actually don't know what you mean by that. Draw skeleton jump scare. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to, I was trying to like click on the screen because I thought maybe that's why you can't see my mouse, and then it clicked on Drow skeleton. Let me get that. Yeah, that lighting's okay. Tigers to win. Agree. Egg says, hey Leaguie, thanks for the distraction today. Granddad's wife passed away suddenly last night. She was a big Eel supporter. One time only. I'll be backing the blue and yellow. Is tonight. Rest in peace, Trisha. I'm so sorry to hear that. Look, to get deep, footy can often be the escape that we need from our day-to-day lives. I know it certainly has played that role for me in the past. So I hope that at least for the next 2 hours, you can take your mind off what is some truly terrible news for you and your loved ones, and have a bit of entertainment. Hey, Leaguie, someone just redeemed a thing.
C_Phantom just redeemed. Change the background color. China.
All right. The clock is absolutely going, but they are nowhere near kicking off on my screen. Am I that far behind? I might actually be that far behind. I want to say donation from Dean here, and I saw him leave this comment pre-stream, and I genuinely, as I was setting up, I read it, and I laughed the hell out loud. I'll put it back on the screen here. Oh, it doesn't put the text. Anyway, he says, a Leaguie stream at this time of year, at this time of day, in this part of the country, localized entirely within your dorm room. I know a steamed hands reference when I see one, all right? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I was muted because it was a moment's silence, Eli. The Dragons are under pressure. Well, I mean, they're not one of the teams playing in this game, but yes, there's the kickoff if you want to sync up with me. It's a battle out there in the West. Para versus the West Tigers, and it's Jack Williams to take the first run here of the game, met by the defense of Kai Pearce-Paul, Fanua Bolly, and Terrell May. Terrell May's an interesting one, getting into sort of, you know, the stage of the season where Origin discussions are starting to take place. Last year, in my opinion, he was the best forward in the Premiership heading into the Origin period, and I was absolutely fuming that he didn't get picked. This year, I don't think it's as obvious a selection, but I still would not be able to resist the temptation to go with Payne Haas, Adam Blake, and Terrell May in that rotation. Leaguie, thoughts on Manly looking to Bisachi up Connor Watson? Well, there's a fair bit that needs to happen before, you know, that's confirmed or anything. But look, Watson's my favorite player in the world. I make no secret of that. But unfortunately, I think with Benai Uelu there, we'll go for the cheaper option in terms of our salary cap. All right. Kick there from Mitch Moses. Underneath it will be the winger of Luke Lolilii, going to the Perth Bears next season, proving, I think, week on week to be a very astute recruitment from the Perth side. Should the Dragons sack the coach? Asks Matthew. No, I do not think the coach is the problem, as evidenced by the fact that they have had problems at that club throughout multiple different coaches, and made multiple wrong decisions. There's a very good clip from James Graham today where he goes into it. I'd highly recommend checking it out. Why are the numbers off-centered on the score bug? I don't know, Hasman, but I noticed that as well. I think it's just a bug. They'll probably get rid of it in a second and then replace it. If I sync up with you, I'll be so behind, I would be a shadow to my shadow. Really? So I'm that far behind. Anyway. Leaguie, reportedly, there's rumors of Scott Drinkwater going to the Dragons. Well, specifically the St. George Illawarra Steel Dragons. Thoughts? Yeah, I did see those. I mean, he's the kind of top-level signing that I think they could really need and that they really struggled to get. However, I don't get the feeling that it will work. I don't know why. This is pure vibe space, but I get the feeling he'd go there and it would just be the same amount of frustrations. We saw it with Clint Gutherson, where like there was hype around it. Reverse Clouds, thank you so much for the $8 score off center pissing me off. Well, you didn't have to donate to say that because I 100% agree with you. I'm surprised that already 2.5 minutes have gone and they have not done anything to fix it. That's particularly weird. This is why my scoreboard is way better. Way better. Hasman says, who do you think falls out of the side once Toa and Taylor may return to the squad? My guess is Tavana and Lolilii. I don't think Lolilii is obviously going to be replaced by Sarford Toa, but Taylor May will definitely push Tavana out. So Taruva will go back to the wing, May in at center. So Para have got West coming out of their own end now, very much inside their own, or beyond their own 10 now, inside their own 20, but halfway through the set. This is good field position here for Parramatta to be able to attack with their defense. Axel says, what's your opinion on the Knights' performance these last weeks? Exceptional. Absolutely brilliant. To be playing at the standard that they are, with so much of their salary cap off the field, Justin Holbrook's done a tremendous job. Kicked by Jock Madden. Now from inside his half, he bounces the ball down to just inside the Eels 20. And it's Josh Papali. And it is, to be clear, Papali. It's not Papali'i. I would pronounce it Papali'i if it was Papali'i, but yeah. Bogan says, have you seen the rumors about Harry Smith going to Swindon Town? No, I'm familiar with Swindon Town. I'm not familiar with Harry Smith. Anyway. Lorenzo says, when I redo the scoreboard, trust me, you will almost never have problems with the timer. There we go. There we go. All right, knock on there, Parramatta, around the halfway line. And I mentioned the field position that they had managed to earn. It's all gone to waste there. Wild offload by Kai Pearce-Paul. We got a penalty here, I think, to the West Tigers. Yeah, for flipping, I think it was Kai Pearce-Paul, yeah, into a dangerous position.
Oh, what about that? Send him off! Send the dirty get off! Get him off the field! That was diabolical! That was absolute diabolical!
Rough start. I mean, they released that pressure valve there, back-to-back, compounding the error off the back of giving a penalty as well. Crowd looks pretty good there. You can still see some empty seats, but it's not bad at all. Leaguie, will you hit the Macarena today? Look, I can't answer that question. I truly don't know. I don't know what I'm going to be doing a minute from now in the stream. I don't know what I'm going to be doing 30 seconds from now, let alone at the end of the stream. Who knows? Who knows? What is your vape count right now? Proud to say it is 0. Madden now, out the back to find a charging Fanua Bolle in the white headgear. Makes him a little bit easier to distinguish from some of their other forwards. Now in the hands of Jock Madden, in the hands of Adam Dewey, running himself, will eventually take the tackle. So 3 more to go here in this set for the Tests Wigers, as I put in the chat. 71% of you think Tigers will win this. I am very surprised by that. I thought, were Tigers not underdogs coming into this one? Anyway, on the 4th now. Koroisau is in at dummy half. Across to find Madden. We'll just pass back infield to find Alex Twall. Offload. Koroisau did very well there to keep the ball alive. Now Terrell May off the back of a broken defensive line. Gives it to Jareem Buller, and yeah, there was nothing really on there. So they're 20 meters out now to fire the shot on the last. Madden puts the ball up. It's not the highest kick. Tavana's underneath it, though. Goes up for it. It bounces, and it's going to be knocked dead there by Russell. We got a whistle here, though. Yeah, this will be a penalty Tigers. Penalty Tigers, says Peter Goff, for interference on the kick chase-up. Egg says, Leaguie, did you have Trump praising Allah on your 2026 bingo card? Look, I follow a lot of satirical political accounts on social media. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, right, yeah, okay. That's a bit ridiculous. Like, it's very funny to suggest that Donald Trump would be saying, open the effort straight, praise be to Allah on Easter Sunday. But of course, that wouldn't happen. And then I saw the account, and it was the Democrats, like the actual United States Democratic Party. I cannot believe it. I absolutely cannot believe what was said. I have not at the time, but I would love to see what the media reaction has been in the US. Anyway, I'm blown away. I'm absolutely lost for words. 6-1 here for the West Tigers. It's incredible. It's incredible. How have they not fixed the score bug on Fox, by the way? Coruscant now. Jock Madden gets it. Now Terrell May gets it offload away. There's numbers here. Buller. Oh, the pass found the ground, and if it had simply found Taruva, they would have scored without doubt. Chance gone absolutely begging there. Taruva now at dummy half. Gives it to Terrell May. Will go himself. Absolutely one that should have been scored there. Lashitsky says, wait, so trust our Muslim Alhamdulillah, is that how you pronounce that? I've seen the word, I've never said the word. Apparently, and on Easter Sunday as well. Macassini now, to find Jareem Buller. I just wonder how, the massive evangelist supporter base that's over there in America would have reacted to that. Now in the hands of Taruva, stepping into the line himself. So Para have done really well to survive up to this point. One more to go here in this set for the West Tigers. Madden will put a bomb up. Underneath this one is going to be Samuel Afinu. He catches it. Is going to be held up, though, with the ball. No, he gets an offload away eventually. Coruscant will just take the tackle. Brilliant work from Parramatta. Mitch Moses knows it. He's congratulating all of his teammates there. Geez, West Tigers, they had a heap of opportunity to score on that attacking set, but Parramatta absolutely up to the defensive task. Who would you go for if Roosters and Raiders got kicked out of the comp? Probably Tigers, Knights, Warriors are kind of all in that other echelon for me, personally. All good, Mrs. Leaguie, no dramas at all. Hello, JRP. Leaguie, your thoughts on 6 again within attacking 30 and beyond? I, for one, prefer it within the defensive 30 or 30, and fine touch if within attacking... Oh, wait, hang on. I might be misunderstanding this. And fine touch if within attacking... I would want to have a deeper look into the actual impact that it has on scoring, season on season, to be able to make a judgment on that. I really don't know, but anyway. It's a complicated one, and I don't like them constantly messing around with it, basically. Thank you, Alex. I really appreciate you saying that. Pella now for the Parramatta Eels. Although I will say, Alex, you evidently weren't here yesterday. My brain was not working at all throughout that second game. I was miscalling players. I said they were near the halfway line, and I said they were near the try line. Just shy of the try line. And I caught myself up, and I was like, what the hell are you talking about? It was not good content. Actually, it was probably good content, but it wasn't good commentary. Let's put it that way. So Coruscant's on report here. It's a third man in situation there. Oh, no. In fact, it could be a bit of a hip drop there on Kitione Kautonga. So will be penalty to the Parramatta Eels. C-Factor says, Habibi Donald Trump must have discovered the HSB with cheese, extra meat, and the Holy Source Trinity, so decided to convert to Islam. Praise be to Allah. Bismillah. Mashallah. I mean, that would be satirical. If it weren't real. If it weren't, actually kind of what he said. Anyway. I don't get it, man. I do not understand. I do not understand it whatsoever. All right. So Moses now back in field to fight Junior Paolo, the man with the arguably worst haircut in the NRL. I mean, Felice Kaufusi in years gone by has definitely, I think, held that title, but Junior looking to claim that crown. Peasant with a kick in behind. Kautonga is there. Taruva really didn't have to knock that dead. He had Kautonga beat, but anyway, Parramatta do well to force a dropout. Pete says, I prefer the 6 again like it was last year, to be clear. Not today's 6 again. Sorry for that error in comprehension. No dramas at all. Look, it's probably just me. I'm trying to get my head around it on the fly. I also prefer it last year, personally. And I really dislike the fact from a refereeing perspective that they keep moving it around, because these things become subconscious. You get into a rhythm, and that rhythm is disrupted literally every season. Oh, that was a dangerous position that the Parramatta player was in. They've ended up with the ball, though, through Joash Papali. Anyway, I'm not sure which player it was there. It might have been Moses. Anyway. Have you seen your haircut? Look, I'm not in the NRL. But yeah, if I was, God, yeah. Now Moses with it on the second. Pezza gets it out the back of him. On the left-hand side, beautiful little short ball to find Brian Kelly. Gets it offload away. They've surely got numbers here. Kitione Katonga is tackled, though. Great scramble defense by the West Tigers. We'll play the ball here. It's going to be the fourth. Riley Smith is in at dummy half. In fact, sorry, it's going to be the third. Pez it now to the right-hand side. Moses back to find Russell. He's got an isolated winger out there. Did brilliantly to pick it up, Simonson, and he's got the ball down there. You want to have a look at the legs, but I back Bailey Simonson here, and the referee agrees. We have had this red background now for about 15 minutes. But it's supposed to be 5. Anyway, great work there by Bailey Simonson to pick up that ball. Because honestly, I thought for sure when that pass came to him was a long distance one. I thought he was going to knock it on without doubt in my mind. Let's see it here. This pickup. I mean, Russell did very well. He beat 2 players. That was not great defense from Nola Leaguie. Yeah, that's beautiful. That's absolutely stunning. He had every right to knock that on. Yeah, and he's got it down easily. 4 points to 0. So they fixed the 4 for Parramatta on the scoreboard, but not the 0 for West. He grounded the ball, yeah. He grounded it, George. Hasman says, speaking of tries, they really need to include bunker in New South Wales Cup. Those blatant knock-on got awarded a try because the referee awarded it on the spot before review. Oh, great. We're changing the background color again. Red. Oh,
change the background color. Switch to red. This stream is already a dictatorship. We can criticize the refs. You might as well make the background match the education camp vibes you give the chat.
Do I really give re-education camp vibes? That's so rude. Anyway, Moses with a kick.
Don't miss it. Don't miss it. I'm telling you, seriously. Shoelace! Shoelace, run out! Hey, clutch! Hey, clutch!
Moses hits it. It's swinging across the face of goal, and it will miss. So 4 points to 0. It remains after 12 and a half minutes gone in this one. Dean says, question, why do teams only get that many captain challenges? Why not more or less? Well, they only get 1. I think it would just remove the jeopardy if you had more than 1. In my opinion. Lorenzo says they should make it 1 per half. You use 1 in first half, you get another in second half. I disagree with that. Because then what you will have, you know, these frivolous challenges that you get at the end of games that teams put in just purely because they have 1 left. You would get twice as many of those at the end of each half. I was having a conversation on Bloke in a Bar. This was Vegas, when Sir George lost to the Dogs, and they were going to have a substantive discussion on the podcast about putting in an additional captain's challenge when it goes to extra time. And everyone was in favor of it. And then I came in and I said, absolutely not, because you would then have every single game-winning field goal be challenged. And you would completely lose the moment of, to quote Ray Warren, he hits it, he's got the field goal, he's got the premiership. Can you imagine if in that grand final it had been, oh, he's hit the goal, but captain's challenge from the Broncos. So yeah, I was definitely against that, and then they all were like, actually, yeah, you're right. So it's that kind of same vibe. All right. So Parramatta kick for touch here. Got an opportunity to go 10-0 up all of a sudden. It was very much Tigers on top. But Eels getting into their work very, very nicely here. League, what do you think happens first? The Dragons win a game or the Panthers lose a game? I asked someone this question the other day, and I think it's a really interesting one. Because either way, I'm like, if I think of Panthers, I'm like, well, they're not losing a game. If I think of Dragons, I'm like, well, they're not winning a game. Oh, Russell hit hard. The error, I think, has been forced. Really? It's going to be play on? I'm surprised. I thought for sure he would have knocked on into the West Tigers defender. Anyway, I think I think Dragons will win a game before Penrith lose. What do you mean you didn't know you give off re-education camp vibes? Aren't you a woke communist leftist Eastern suburbs fun-eating hippie? Oh, now that's a callback to yesterday. That's a callback to yesterday's stream. Yes, as we know I am. Was it yesterday or was it the day before? Anyway. All right, Smith now to find Dylan Walker. At the back, finds Mitchell Moses. Yeah, I must have just missed that one, Lancaster, but I backed the referee to have made the right call. Anyway, Smith's a dummy half. Is this a set restart? No, it's not. They've just got rid of the score. Sorry, the tackle count. All right. Ball will be played now. Smith to find Junior Paolo on the second. They keep getting rid of the tackle count, but I think Paolo has scored. I think Junior Paolo has scored a try, and he has. The Parramatta captain. I said they had a chance to go up by 10, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
They're running up, so think it's strong and kicking up the heels. If you want to see how football's played, then come and see the...
Surely you hit the marching move every time you play the Tigers song. Yeah, for those of you who missed it yesterday, I said I didn't like the West Tigers theme song because of the vibe it gave off, and I epitomized the vibe by doing this. Is that not what it is? It actually is. It's that vibe. It's not... Anyway. I reckon Paolo has scored this try, and so do the bunker. Try is confirmed. Great work there from the veteran forward. He beat Terame, he beat Api Coruscant, left him for dead behind him. Reached out, got the ball down. 8 points to 0 it is. And Fox desperately want the Tigers to score here so they can fix their scoreboard. But anyway, it is 8 points to 0, kick to come. And Moses will absolutely hit this one. No doubt about it in my mind. Hello, NRL head. Good to see ya. Dean says, question, should there be more Monday games this season? People always talk about the return of Monday Night Footy, and it's absolutely brilliant for TV, but it's terrible for crowds. And I personally think that while we are more of a television sport, I don't like seeing there be, you know, less than 10,000 people out of the game. I think that makes it inherently a worse TV product when you're playing in an empty stadium. So no, I'm not in favor of it. Dean, I actually have already submitted that little dance as a gift to Giffy and Tenor. So it'll probably be approved in about a month because they take that long. But anyway. I don't mind that idea, Reverse Clouds, actually. 6 again can't be called until after tackle 3, with an infringement in the first 3 tackles just being a penalty. We'll stop deliberately holding down on the first to set their line. Oh, knock on here, Brian Kelly. That is all ends up an error. He has that in him, unfortunately. And West Tigers will get a really good opportunity here. Yeah. I feel that, I mean, will that potentially just complicate things? Yes. It could fix it, though. See, hey, League, someone just redeemed oh my god, again.
This Leaguie just redeemed changed the background color. This is a rebellion against reckless Solly. Screw the bunnies, get the Roosters colors back on the wall, and everybody must salute the Roosters national anthem.
Roosters national anthem it is. That's more, it looks like it's pink on the camera, but if I look behind me, that is like, oh, that is squarely red. Anyway. Oh, now Tigers have knocked it on. Jesus Christ, nothing's going their way. Or is it going to be a penalty? I think it might be. No, it's not. It's not. It is just going to be a knock-on error forced. Yeah, No, not that way. Not that way. That way. I think one of the massive issues that we have as a game in terms of attracting new fans is how absolutely complicated our sport is. You look at the most popular sport in the world, soccer. 2 goals at either end, you can only use your feet. 1 person gets to be a goalkeeper. There are more roles. Oh, you forgot to play the anthem? Well, okay, fine, I'll play the anthem. No way, Para have just knocked on. This is actually the worst game of footy I think I've seen in my life. It is. I'm going to get through my soccer analogy after this attacking set from the West Tigers, because they might actually score here. Pole has actually done very well there to get quite close to the line. Couple more meters and he would have been over. Coruscant now at the back to find Jock Madden. Samuel Afinu underneath. A bit of a timid run there, has to be said. Not really threatening the line. Now Coruscant will head to the right-hand side. Gets it to Madden. Alex Chwal into the line. Tackled there by Kitione Kartonga. 6 more, and he's knocked on. But I think it's going to be a penalty for inside 10 meters. Yes, it will be. All right. Yeah, two goals. You can only use your feet. 2 people get to be goalkeepers. That is essentially what there is to the sport. Yes, I know there's additional rules. I play Football Manager absolutely religiously. I'm aware. However, that makes it a lot more accessible. Rugby League, it's like, okay, so you've got all these different positions. You can only pass backwards. You can kick, but you can't. If you kick, like, everyone has to be behind you. You can't throw the ball, you know, forward at all. If it, like, to add in your thing, you know, if it's in the first 3 tackles, minor infringement is a penalty, but if it's in the latter 3 tackles, then it's a set restart. There's 40-20s, like, there's scrums, there's all these different things, penalties for all these different reasons. It makes it really difficult to watch from a neutral perspective. So yeah, not as a criticism of your idea, that's a criticism of rule changes in general. But yes, Buller, beautiful cut out pass there to find Tavana on the wing. The sideline's beckoning for him. Oh, has he just about stayed in? I think he has. And it's going to be 6 more. That is very costly there for Parramatta. They've had so much attacking ball here, the West Tigers. Coruscant finds Terrell May. We'll just take a bit of a settler through the middle. Will he get an offload away? He won't. He sort of stands in the tackle, though. Did actually quite well in the end. All right, Coruscant, dummy half, going to the left-hand side. Madden, they're looking good here. Dewey, no, he doesn't find his outside man. Holds it. Still standing, though. Will be tackled about 10 meters out here. And he drops the ball. This is truly a terrible performance so far from the West Tigers. I was looking at the match stats. Territory is 50-50. I've got to say, it feels like Tigers have had vastly better attacking ball. Yeah, tackled in opposition 20. Tigers have literally had twice as many tackles. Twice as many tackles. Kind of diabolical, I'll be honest. Drinking challenge. Take a shot every time they fail to complete a set. I mean, especially if you go for both sides of this game, you're going to be drunk as a skunk by the end. Wow, wow, wow. That is not a scoreline I expected to see. Well, Tigers have been awful. So, absolutely awful. Soccer also has a lot of rule. Foul throws, offside, no offside from a corner, blah, blah, blah. Ask Americans and they'll all be clueless. But I feel that you can watch a game of soccer and understand 95% of it without knowing those specific rules. Whereas in rugby league, they are vastly more intrinsic. Like, no offside from a corner, you don't actually really see that being implemented so much. Whereas with stuff like set restarts and all that, as we get another one right now, it is actively a forefront part of the game. So, can we get a live Tiger Walker reaction to this game? Well, he's not watching him. That makes me sad. He might be in Sydney, actually. He might be at the game. Do a tier ranking of all the club songs based on how willing you are to let it a try after hearing them. I know what number 1 would be.
We are the St. George boys. We've had a game today.
If I were a Dragons fan, or sorry, Dragons player, yeah, absolutely, I'm letting you to try after that. Peasant now, they're halfway through this set. Didn't find Dylan Walker, who was charging through the line. Moses out the back, ball finds the ground. Papali will be tackled there by Luke Lalali'i. All right, so they lost about 20 meters on that play. They started from the 40 now on the 4th. Russell will just take a hit up there. All right, so 1 more to go here in the set. Riley Smith gets it to Mitch Moses. May is around him, but doesn't pressure the kick too much. Moses has time to put a kick up. Makasini will be underneath it. Interesting. So I don't know if it was just because Lalali'i made the tackle earlier, but it almost looks like Makasini's playing on the wing there. Da Vinci says, I just brought some chips from McDonald's and it tastes like a rat's booty hole. I shudder to think why you know what a rat's booty hole tastes like. So are you saying you want union rules? Is that what you're saying? Just to be clear. No. No, I do not. Madden puts a kick in. It's not a bad one. I mean, it lands about 30 out from Parramatta's end of the field. But still, Eels winning the field position battle here very, very nicely. Mrs. Leaguie, I saluted earlier. It's fine. Hello, Will. Good to see you. George says, do you think I can go for the Roosters right now? You can absolutely go for the Roosters. However, you're a Parramatta fan and your side's on top. Why would you want to change? All right. Bolo now finds Dylan Walker through the middle. Moses gets the ball out to Kelmar to Alungi. 1 more to go here in the set. 17 minutes, left in this first half. Smith gets it to Moses, puts a little kick in behind. May is there. Now gets it to his fullback. I mean, they did well not to be caught a goal, I suppose, but I'm not sure about that pass on the try line anyway. Money God says, can you react to my team's record? I will give you the link. You mean like your win-loss record? At the Leaguie Swear George is a real person, for sure. All right, played here by Macassini. Oh, he looks a bit worse for wear here, the young centre. NRL Head says, going back to what we said about people hating Sean O'Sullivan being put on, not going to lie, whatever Ciro did, he was going to get hated. If O'Sullivan came on and Dogs won, they would say, why isn't O'Sullivan playing? But then if Sherry was brought on and Dogs won, then everyone would have asked why Sherry was dropped. So it's a lose-lose for Ciro. No matter what he did, it was a lose. Yes, correct. NRL Head, you are having the realization that I had when I was around your age of, wow, negativity is actually just what we are all told to think about. It is the defining narrative because it is the most profitable, the most engaging. And in the social media era, engagement is everything. So if you came out and you said that, right? On social media, you made a reel about that and made that claim, it wouldn't be as interesting as a Doggies fan screaming into a camera about how Ciro has no idea what he's doing with his interchanges. So, yeah. Anyway. So, Josh Adokar here now a little bit worse for wear, the veteran winger. We saw Macassini down earlier. Now a man who's about twice his age, funnily enough, staying down in this tackle. Do you think the Tigers player will get sin bin? Not off the back of that, no. What team could beat Panthers? Roosters. I'm assuming it's Roosters first grade versus Panthers New South Wales Cup, right? Or did you mean first grade? If so, no one. Hasman says, and every year the ARLC adds more bloody rules that either change the entire scope of a pre-existing rule or just straight up go against one. Yeah, I mean, it's not necessarily every single year, but yeah, it does happen, for sure. It does happen. Watson says, that's why I try to be upbeat even when I'm upset / mad about what's happening in the game. Yeah, we're fans. We're supporters. Supporters support. I think that that's a really important thing. And I think it's important to get behind what's going on in our clubs. Even if it's not necessarily delivering results. You support it. You believe in the vision. That's what we're here for. Buller now. Ball bounces dead. He does well to leave that in the end. We've got a whistle here. Yes, in fact, it will just be a 20-meter restart. I thought it was going to be penalty Parramatta off the sound of that whistle. But anyway. Ricky says, DC goes off injured 23 seconds into the game and they lose Fox. How DC sold the win for Roosters? What? I have no idea what you're talking about. Since again now, for the West Tigers, they're into Parramatta territory. Starting this set on the 40-meter line. They really do need to fire a shot. If they don't get a try before the halftime break, I think they'll be very concerned. Dare you to rewatch the 13 grand final and tell me it's all fair calls? The one that absolutely isn't was the forward pass from, I think it was Maloney to Minicello. But also, the penalty try, I wouldn't have given a penalty try. And also, there was a grand final, it was in the 70s or something. Manly versus East. Manly won off a blatant forward pass. That's a universally accepted fact. So, these things come around. It's actually the perfect example that I give of how these things do square up in the fullness of time in rugby league. I talk about those two forward passes. So, yeah. But also, Roosters did deserve to win that day. Jamie Lyon admitted it himself, so, yeah. Again, great defense from the Parramatta Eels. We will do the grid at halftime. Yes, we will. Madden now. On the last, puts the kick up. Tavana goes up with it. He had a good grasp of it. I don't think Kai Pittsburgh has any idea where the ball is. Does he eye with it short there, Tavana? He does. So Parramatta survive yet again. This is an outstanding defensive effort from the Parramatta Eels. Let's see. It's maybe knocked on by Pierce Paul into Tavana actually there. But anyway. Money God says, I just sent you the link on Discord DMs. Please check it at halftime. It's a really disappointing performance. I'm a bit concerned as to what you mean. Because if it's a win-loss record, why can't you just tell me what it is here? Yeah, good point, Hasman. Good point. Did Leaguie swear says 19 Jada barrels could beat Penrith first grade. This I believe wholeheartedly. Look at that. Tackled opposition 24-9. That is insane. That's nearly 3 times as much. Leaguie, I'm telling you right now, Dogs will beat Panthers. Biggest upset ever. Dogs have been getting it, and Ciro will give it to them and will attack Blazers' left shoulder with Preston and Garvin and score heaps. I hope you're correct. I don't necessarily agree, but if they do manage to do it, That's a great call from you. Kick now on the 4th. 40-20 potential here for Jonah Peasant. Just doesn't quite have the angle, unfortunately. Tavana was there. Leaguie, can you build a West Tigers logo in Minecraft? I do not have the patience to do that, unfortunately, George. But I'm sure it's possible. Leg, I meant how the media blames all of Roost's losses on Mr. Evans. Oh, got it. It's funny, but it's rude. Well, yeah, it's... Again, I find myself repeating these things. So, sorry to those of you who've heard me say this about 1 billion times. But it's the easy narrative. I said this in my latest video. People want this to go really badly for the Roosters and Cherry Evans. And so... Oh, Russell's really down here. He's heard he's in Disneyland. He won't be coming back. Yeah, people want it to be going badly. And so they'll click on any article that reaffirms that belief that they hold. This could be dangerous. Let's see here. Makazini, he juggled the ball, held it. Oh, and it's just a head clash. It's a head clash, and Russell was out before he hit the ground there. So looking at their makeup of the squad, they haven't really got an outside back on the bench. Arpa Twiddle, is the number 19, but he's listed as being a halfback. So, I guess maybe Dylan Walker will play in the centers. He's a premiership winning center. Either that or maybe one of the back rowers will shift out one defensive spot further. He's in Disneyland. Is he at Space Mountain or picks up here? I feel that maybe is a little insensitive. Anyway. It was me who started that though. Bro got stiff arms. This is not a good sign at all. Yeah, I mean look, he's not lying down on the ground anymore. He is sort of on his knees. Which I guess is a good sign, but it doesn't look good. Why are we looking at Peter Goff here? I don't think there was any foul play. It was a head clash. Mrs. Leaguie, I don't do reaction content. I'm very anti-reaction content personally, so I won't be doing that. Wow. Okay, it's going to be a penalty against Sean Russell. Moses is saying he's never heard that. I think Moses understands the call, but I find that a bit baffling. I understand it. Yeah, due to a care situation, but what are they saying? It's like kind of technically a headbutt. Idea for channel points, play specific sound bites. Yes, I have actually got that. I've got a video literally in my saved tabs about how to set that up. I just have not had the time to just yet. Sin bin the injured player, why not? It's not a sin bin. It's not a sin bin. It's a penalty against him. He's going off for a HIA. I can absolutely understand it, to be fair. I can understand what Peter Goff's saying. It does feel weird. But I can understand what he's saying. Oliver, I don't know why your comments aren't coming through. That one's come through. Again, YouTube does filter out certain comments, although I've set it to be at minimum for my streams. But anyway. Lancaster says, on report for a head clash, you're kidding. I mean, yeah, look, it does look like a very weird one. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Excuse me. Madden now. Out of the back to find Adam Dewey. Short ball to Samuel Afonu. Hasman says, so knocks himself out with a head clash and gets penalized for rushing out of the line. Definition of kicking a man while it's down. Well, I mean, yeah, but we always say we shouldn't adjudicate based on outcomes. So the outcome of him getting injured shouldn't really be relevant. It's penalized for the action, not the outcome of the action. Oh, short ball. Dewey's close to the line. Dewey's going to get over here. The camera angle was very odd that we got on that one. But anyway, they've scored. Finally, the West Tigers, at long last, they're in.
We are the Tigers in black, white and gold. Stout-hearted men, all fit and bold.
I forgot to change the scoreline. I was busy dancing. 10 points to 4. It is a beautiful little ball playing close to the line. Jockman. Look at that. Gorgeous little ball to Kai Pierce-Paul. Out the back, he had Dewey. One attacker going low. Ball carrying arm was free. Beats Pezza as well. Creates the overlap. Dewey only has Adokada beat from that point. And he gets over easily. Referee says no try. Are you sure? Looks like referee says try to me. Who are you going for? I think Tigers. I think Tigers. Try confirmed. So it will be 10 points for kick to come. YouTube filters that I suspect are South fans. Obviously, Oliver sounds Southish. Well, I mean, yeah, but also I put in filters as well to make that even more strong. Because I don't want them. Don't want them here. Do that again, please. I'll do that again when the West Tigers score again. Ginny Winnie says Mitch Moses for a hat-trick and Dewey with 10 field goals to send us to Golden Point. Then Jared Hayne comes off the bench to take us through the rest of the season undefeated. That is one of the predictions that I think I've ever heard in my life. I'll give you that. Leaguie, what's your favorite Shakespearean soliloquy? I've forgotten what the word soliloquy means. Once upon a time, I knew what that meant. That is not today, though. You're 10 seconds behind on TV? That's crazy. I'm behind other people. The myth of live sport. Anyway, Madden with a kick. Interesting. I would have thought Dewey would be kicking. But anyway, okay, will be Jock. Lines it up. He hits it. Easy as you like. 10 points to 6 in favor of the Parramatta Eels. Just inside 10 minutes left to go in this half. Hot tip. I think Tigers might lead heading into the break. Do you have an Eel celebration? Well, no. I mean, their song is just kind of normal.
They're running up so thick and strong and kicking up the heels. If you want to see how football's played, then come and see the Eels.
Like, it's a little bit jolly, but it's not quite marching band.
We are the Tigers in the white and gold.
I guess maybe they do feel a bit similar. I'll give you that. They feel a bit similar. Leaguie, what's your flavor of shapes? This might really upset you, but so I didn't grow up in a country that sold shapes. Shapes do not exist, as far as I'm aware, outside of Australia, but at least not over in Europe. So I never had them as a kid, and since coming back to Australia, I think I've had them maybe once in the last 5 years. That said, it would be barbecue. Do you like Winston? I love Winston. I think he's a very good content creator. I've said this before. I mean, we're the same age, so I feel that we can learn a lot of one another. I've certainly learned a lot of him. I've had really good conversations about content and stuff. So yeah, big Winston enthusiast personally. Penalty for a head clash was on my 2026 bingo card. Just saying, really great prediction from you in that case. Macassini now. He is definitely playing centre. Lined up on the wing earlier on in this game for a defensive play, but anyway.
Roaming to Rome just redeemed changed the background color. Orange cause yellow was my favorite Power Ranger.
Orange because yellow was my favorite Power Ranger. Okay. Not quite sure how to square that circle, but that's orange. Oh, knock on there for Taruva. They had a really good attacking opportunity there, the West Tigers. Anyway, still got the Eels inside their 10. They can have Eels coming out of their own end here. If you love Winston so much, why don't you marry him? Well, he kept saying no to my proposals, so... Leaguie, can you please do a day in the life? You know, it's funny you mentioned that. Yesterday, I spent the... No, it was the day before yesterday. I spent the entire day. I woke up, ate food, sat at this desk, in this chair, for about 10 hours. That's not healthy. That is not healthy at all. And then I went to bed. But I was streaming, and then I was editing, and then I was doing uni work, and that was my day. So I don't think you'd find a day in the life very interesting, unfortunately. Do you think there's oil on this ball? Neither team can hold it. There's something wrong with the handling errors, but then again, it might just be that it's Tigers and Eels. Carousel's really got his hands around the ball there, but anyway, on the last. Good defensive set there from the Tigers. Moses with a big old kick from inside his end. Buller will be underneath it. League, your video about Albo came out was when I was in Parliament House. Crazy coincidence. That is a crazy coincidence. I was really happy with that video. How do I change the background color, says Archer? It's a Twitch thing. On Twitch, the more you watch, the more you get channel points, and you can redeem channel points to get me to do a number of different things. So, yeah, unfortunately doesn't exist over on YouTube. Are you jobless? No, this is my job. This is my job. Coruscant with a beautiful run in behind. That's a solid 20 meters there. Taruva was baying for a penalty. Buller will be in at dummy half. Only one marker. Defensive line is retreating. Jock Madden kind of holds the ball up there. Bit of a chance wasted. They now will get the ball out to their outside backs, though. Macassini will take a tackle himself, but they're now inside 20. One more to go here in this set. Leaguie will give it to Jock Man, who's doing the majority of the kicking. Hits it across field. It's sort of hooked a little bit. Doesn't really land near the try line. Kai Pierce-Paul for the corner, the big back rower. Will he get there? He's over. He might have got down. I think it's going to go up no try, and I don't think it's going to be proven, but my God, he did brilliantly to get over. Brilliantly. Are you monetized? Yeah, I've been monetized for over a year now. League, you glitched for like a minute, really? Looks healthy on my end. Might be an issue on your side, not sure. Maybe it was me. Jeez, that's close. He did so well. I reckon there's still a hand under the ball. Lashinsky, it took me under a year, which for a rugby league YouTube channel is absolutely miraculous. Considering I was doing it by myself, I mean, I still am, but like it's not a podcast with other people. We'll be ruled no try here, by the way. So I'll play the sound.
There's got to be an investigation into this. There's got to be, someone's got to be accountable for this.
Yeah, but like, you know, I didn't have any connections to the game to get over 1,000 subscribers early on. Was great. Now a knock on by Parramatta. Pierce-Paul gives it to Adam Dewey. I reckon they score here. Leaguie, we watch you for sometimes 6 hours just talk about rugby. I'm willing to bet we would be intrigued about a day in your life. That, you know what? That is sort of true. Well, maybe if I have an interesting day coming up, I could do a vlog. I do have the equipment for it. Legman, can you make me the happiest man in the world and show us your toothbrush? That is a weird-ass request. I've had some weird ones. That is a really, really weird request. All right. On the second now. Coruscant to give it to a charging Royce Hunt. Tried to go a little bit in behind the ruck. They couldn't quite angle properly. Now, Coruscant. There's numbers here. Madden. Oh, he couldn't find his outside man. They're still close to the line, though, through Madden himself. All right. They are inches away. Coruscant. Massive pass to find Adam Dewey. Tries to step inside. Are there numbers out there? There are. Kai Pierce-Paul now. It's a 3-on-2. Dummies goes himself inside Jareem Buller. He's close. He's there. He's there. The West Tigers. It looks so unlikely at one point in this half, but they lead heading into the break.
We are the Tigers in black, white and gold. Stout-hearted men, all fit and bold.
As Dean donates $3 saying, quote, this is my job. It is my job. It is my job. The earnings are actually, they've been really good this year. They've been really good. We're gonna keep growing though. That's the goal. Jeez, yeah. That was definitely, I think, a strip, and the fans know it. They're out there at Parramatta. Anyway, it was good work there by the Tigers to create the 3-on-2. I thought for sure they were going to score on the wing, but Buller, I mean, he had a lot of work to do when he got that ball, got over the line, and they are going to lead coming into this halftime break. Papali gave Buller a cuddle afterwards too. How cute. That is quite cute, actually. Yeah, he didn't know the ball had been grounded. That is sort of funny. Leaguie, have you submitted the GIF I sent you? Yes, I have. I did it yesterday. Moses being asked to walk away there. I guess he was complaining about the strip earlier on. I mean, those things happen, right? Those things happen. All right, so inside 4 minutes left to go here now in this first half. Tigers, they really dominated earlier on in the game in field position, but could not execute at all. Parramatta's defense was unreal. I wonder if now, towards the back end of this half, we've just sort of seen the fatigue come into the game a little bit. Juju says, would you go for Manly if I pay you? Well, technically, everyone has their price, but being a Roosters fan is so much a part of my identity, it would have to be an egregious amount of money. Do you stream State of Origin? Yes. Yeah, I do. Last year, I think I didn't do Game 1. Yeah, I did a chase stream for Origin Game 1, but then I did all the others. Is Moses going to get fined for touching the ref just then? I didn't actually see him touch the ref, but if so, there's a very good chance. Yeah, reverse notice as well. I'd want to have a look at that. Madden now. Hits it. Oh, wasn't the most convincing kick, but it's got it. 12 points to 10. They all count for the exact same amount. Tigers. They do lead by 2 with halftime on the horizon here. Leaguie, have you seen the vid of Penrith next to a trash can singing, I'm just like you, you're just like me? No, I have not. Great offload, Kai Pierce-Paul. He's been outstanding since arriving at the West Tigers. He's really hit the ground running. Yeah, ball slammed down. Beautiful work there by Zarimbula. You didn't do any stream. You didn't do any stream for any other State of Origin games last year. Really? Really? I didn't do games 2 or 3. Actually, game 3. Yeah, game 3 I was overseas. Why wouldn't I have done game 2 though? I don't know. I can't remember. Acha, thank you for the $3. The donations are coming in thick and fast today. Jesus. We've already got up to $30. I think last stream we had was $3, so we're absolutely smashing it. Thank you so much. You guys are helping to fund an independent media creator, an independent media movement, so it's much appreciated. Oh, knock on there, Dewey. Para have got it. Jack Williams down the sideline. Buller is there to cover him. Buller beating all ends up by the front rower, who will just about be stopped before the line, and now the ball comes free. Is it a penalty? No, it's ruled to just be a knock on. Oh my god. Oh my god, how on earth? Moses cannot believe it. Moses absolutely cannot believe it. Surely he challenges it. I want to hear what they say. Lost ball. Oh, Tor gives Moses a little push now. Jesus. Now, donations thick and fast. Holy. D donates $8 saying Olives for Dylan's rent and Hasman with $3. This is to go towards Moses' fight after the game. I'll make sure to give it to him. How on earth did they not score here? Thank you for all those donations, people. Williams down the sideline. When he beat Buller here, I thought he's in for sure. Dewey, what brilliant defense there. He gets up. Oh, I think that's harsh. I think that's harsh. Moses probably has the right to be a bit upset about that. He really wanted a challenge. Holy. How on earth did the Tigers survive that? George says, Leaky, what happened? Mate, I couldn't even talk through that one. You're going to have to watch the highlights after the game, bro. Yeah. League last stream was very low views due to Easter Sunday. It wasn't even very low views. It was definitely lower than usual, as I expected it to be. But, yeah, obviously, yeah, because of Easter Sunday. You scammed yourself, Dylan doesn't pay rent. It's actually true. That is true. However, I do have other expenses. Alright. Kick there in behind. There's a minute left in this half. On the 4th it was, but Papali's coming out of his own end now. Madden has done really well so far in this game. Want to give him credit. Leading the kick chase on that one. Lashitsky says, these refs are getting to me. Well, look, as I say, these do come around. They do come around. I know Kai there tackled. I think you can go either way because Reverse says he isn't held and he gets up again. Well, the tackle was ruled to be complete, so he was held. I think you can make an argument that then it's a second effort by Api Coruscant, therefore penalty Parramatta, and potentially Sinbin, actually. Coming in over the top if it is after he was held. Oh, nearly intercepted there by Adam Dewey. 6 more it will be. In fact, it was touched there by Dewey. Yeah, I find it difficult to see how it was just a knock-on. But regardless, you know, these things do happen. So, not the end of the world. Where's Saiga Walker? Probably at the game. Lorenzo, you can absolutely not get a bar through Tor at halftime. Moses, cut out pass. Williams, I think, is playing center here. He's been out on that edge of the field for quite a while. Eggman, can you watch the vid at halftime? You don't have to show it on stream. I just want to see your reaction. I'd still rather not. I can watch it after my stream is done. But I just don't like using other people's content in my content, basically. So. I want to see what they're saying about this call. Okay, that was quite a respectful conversation in the end there by Mitch Moses. I said, George, that bad or just poor form? Poor form, I think. They've had close losses so far in this game, in this season. Jeez. I can't believe the way that half ended. I did say, hot take, they would be leading at halftime. Evidently, I know ball. I know ball. The ref said he hadn't ruled it complete. Okay, well, if that's the case, then yeah, I can understand it. If that, yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Leaguie, if you could go on any current Australian game show, which one would you go on? I'd go on Hard Quiz, and my category would be Beatles lyrics. I hope that's not too specific. But it definitely would be. All right. Yeah, Mrs. League, I will... the other aspect of it is that I want to do the NRL grid at halftime. So we'll get into that now. What a half of footy. What an absolute half of rugby league football. Let me just change the background colours back because we are well past the 5 minutes for that one. Alrighty. Is Shane Flanagan getting sats? I do not think so, no. Mr. Dylan L. Jugru, I'm not sure where the L's from, but anyway. May you be able to tell me something? What are we think of the Tigers theme song? We are think of the Tigers theme song that it is like a marching band. That's what we think. I could see you hosting a game show. I could see me hosting a game show. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. Hard quiz is very cool. I agree. Yep, all good, Mrs. League. Thank you. All right, so NRL grid. We've had a lot of fun doing this. Let me make it a little bit bigger. I like that this has become a tradition now. At halftime in the games, we are all going to do these together. So, for those of you who are new, we're looking for niche answers. We could fill up this grid easily. Actually, probably not, because I do not know who Wade McKinnon is. I'm going to have to look up who Wade McKinnon is. We could fill up this grid quite easily, I would imagine, by getting obvious answers, but that's not what we want to do. We're looking for niche ones. Scott Pritz. Oh, another $3 from Sir DM. Thank you so much. That is much appreciated. The donations have gone really, really hard this year. That's awesome. Thank you, guys. Who's Wade McKinnon? I know Alex McKinnon. Australian Rugby League player. So I played... Oh my god. Okay. That is not a good era for me. Played from 02 to 2011 in the NRL for South Para, Warriors and Tigers. When did he play for the Tigers? Okay, 2010 to 11. Let's do the Wade McKinnon ones first. So we're looking for a guy who was at the West Tigers around 2010 or 2011. Oh my god. I mean, Benji and Robbie Farah. Ellis? Gareth Ellis? Joel Kane? Let's go Joel Kane. Mrs. League coming in clutch? No, not coming in clutch. Not coming in clutch. At all. Not coming in clutch. God damn it, Mrs. League, I believed in you. I believed in you so much. Checking wiki is cheating, isn't it? I think it would be for anyone else, but like given that 3 of the rows are about Wade McKinnon and I don't know who that is, I think we're allowed to get that level of information. Keith Galloway's a good shout. Did Ignatius Parsley play for both Titans and Warriors? He did. I reckon that's actually a very good shout. Wow, I can't believe that was that high score. Anyway. Todd Payton played for the Tigers. He did. Was that... Did he play in that period, though? Was he not earlier than that? Let's go with Galloway. I don't think it's going to be a low score, but anyway. Yeah, we'll take it. But what happened first? Titans win a premiership or you get a girlfriend? Well, I bloody hope me getting a girlfriend, let me tell you. Love that. Hughes as Gold Coast fullback. Let's go with it. Jerome Hughes. Decently high score, actually. Probably, yeah, that's not really how the game works, I guess. It probably should have been like a Jalen DeGroat or someone like that. Andrew Fafita for that. Actually, might not have been a bad option. I don't know if it would have been correct, but anyway. All right, a Wade McKinnon teammate who played fullback. To remind you guys, there's his Wikipedia stats. That's who he played for. So, let's say it was... I mean, I probably want to stick on the Tigers there. Pat Richards? I don't think he played actually in those seasons. Damn. Okay, 04 to 06 Eels. That's before Hayne. That's definitely before Hayne. I don't know, man. John Morris played with Wade, but... Sorry, with Wade? Was he... Well, he would have... He's an ex-Tiger. I don't think he was a fullback, though. Tim Maltson? You reckon for this? Tim Maltson? I've heard of Tim Maltson. Okay. Shout out to him. Timmy Maltson. Let's have that. Surely Jennings has played a game at fullback. I don't think he ever did. All right. One more. A Wade McKinnon teammate from the New Zealand Warriors. He played there from 07 to 2010. Mannering, I could think would have played in that era. I'm trying to think of the 11 grand final that they played in. Maloney surely would have been there. Oh my god, what the hell? That's the McDonald's dude. That's a weird mascot for them to have. Who did I just say? Maloney? Kevin Locke? Okay, yeah, we'll go with Kevin Locke. That's the name I know. I don't think it will go better than Maloney. Okay, shout out. Let's go. Now I think I'm going to be able to come into my own a little bit more. Tigers and Titans. Corey Thompson comes to mind. As having played for both. James Roberts also played for both. I think Thompson would be better than Roberts. Ivan Cleary did not play for the Gold Coast Titans. Thoughts on the idea of comedy? Evidently, I don't know anything about it. Robbie Farah for Tigers and played fullback? There is no Tigers that played fullback. The Flying Fish... Glenn Fishiahi, what, for that one? Or for that one? You guys, you need to give... You're saying names, but you need to give me which square you want me to put them in. Okay, here we go. Paul Watwira for Warriors. Let's go with that. Paul. Shout out. Let's go. Love that from him. He did not play many games. And won 2 premierships? Jesus. Thoughts on Roosters and the Souths merging? It's what the people want. Yeah, it might be what you want. That doesn't mean it's what the people want. I'm thinking of this. I think we can do better than both Corey Thompson and James Roberts. Then again, I could not give you specifically who I'm thinking of. Scott Prince would be correct, but I think would be a higher scoring answer. Tyrone Peachy? Maybe? Although he played for a lot of clubs, so he tends to be quite a high answer. I'm going to go James Roberts, because he's not known as having peaked at either club. Oh, that's a high score. Oh, yeah, because he played for a lot of teams as well. I'm a silly boy. All right, Tigers debuted 2000 to 2005. Farah would have debuted around then. It should have been Corey Thompson there. I should have done Corey Thompson. Do you stream Saturdays? Mostly, yeah. I couldn't stream this Saturday, unfortunately. Peachy was a captain at one point, so we'll probably be high. Well, yeah, unfortunately, Roberts was high as well. Thank you, Pufferfish, for subscribing on YouTube. That's much appreciated. I don't know ball from that long ago. And actually, so I've been invited onto a content creator trivia thing. I said this before. NRL trivia thing. And I feel it's being recorded this week. I feel I'm going to be absolutely exposed on it. Absolutely squarely exposed. Because I know NRL from 2013 onwards in absolute encyclopedic depth, but not beforehand. Trust Bo Ryan for Wade's teammate and played fullback. I mean, we that was like 20 minutes ago. Okay, Ahmad Bajouri for Tigers. Let's go with that. I've never heard of that name. Jeez, that's a pull. That is an absolute pull. Fullback debuting 2000 to 05, Minicello. Yes? There's a slight chance he debuted before 2000. A slight chance. I don't know if I'm willing to take that risk. Hey, thanks for the shout out, bro. Do you go for Manly? No, sir. I go for the Roosters, unfortunately, Lap. Lap Pufferfish. Adam Mogg played fullback. All right. You know what? Purely due to the Sunday being Mogg and how I want to Mogg on everyone else that did worse in NRL grid today. We're going Adam Mogg. And it's correct. We'll take that. Ranked 34 out of 307. Shout out to us. Look at that. Look at that. That's brilliant. Especially considering we had a lot of points there in my poor James Roberts one. I'm going to see if... Oh, wait, can I not restart it? No, I cannot restart it. I think we learned this yesterday, actually. I was curious to see... Oh, yeah, we can't see the answers. If Thompson would have been lower or Peachy would have been lower. NRL bingo results? I don't know what that is. Oh, with the player numbers. It's an interesting thing to keep track of. All right. Anyway, You can change the number in the URL to do another one. I can. Yes. No, I know. I can, in fact, just go back to any other grid number that I want. There's been 800. Let's go and do number 400. We've got time. Played for New South Wales, coached by Des Haslam, played in 2005. Why is it so old? I don't want an old one. Unk struggling with tech? Really? Me? I don't think so. This we can do. Did we not? We did one that was a lot like this yesterday. All right. Dolphins have played for 3+ clubs. Isako, Nikarima. Not Ray Stone, actually. Branko Lee, Adric Lee. Nichols? I reckon Nichols. Nichols is a shout. Marky Nichols. That's a high answer, though. How is it that high? Okay, we'll go Branko. I'm surprised Branko is lower than Marky Nichols. But who's that lowest one there? I know I keep refreshing, right? But there's a 0.89 in there. Does it mean 3+ NRL clubs or 3 in general? 3+ NRL clubs, unfortunately. It's very Super League exclusionary. Plath scored 3 tries in a game. I think he did that, didn't he? If the Roosters got kicked out for no money like the North Sydney Bears, who would you go for? Raiders. South and 3+ clubs. Yeah, Shibasaki's a great shot there. Nice. However, look, I've completely given up on the rest of it. I'm just fascinated by this 0.89. Tavade, coached by Wayne. Yep. Great shout. There's not that many guys who have played for the Dolphins. Jared Wallace played for 3+ clubs. Michael Jennings for the 3 clubs. Yeah, but he didn't play for any of those teams. Dolphins 3 clubs, JMK. Could be JMK. I actually reckon it might be JMK. Oh, Jeremy Marshall King. It's not. Damn. Anyway. What would you do if Roosters got relocated to Perth as the Perth Roosters? Still follow them. Absolutely still follow them. No question about it. Oh, it might be like a Brad Schneider, actually. That would make sense if it was Schneiderman. Could be Welsh Schneiderman. All right, anyway, we'll move on. Played for 3+ clubs and played for the Newcastle Knights. There's some niche ones we can go here. I'm looking to go deep. Tyson Gamble. Kind of deep. Brock Lamb. I think he only played for Knights and Roosters, unfortunately. But there were some stinky Knights players from back in the day, you know. Edric Lee, I think, will be a high score, unfortunately, Sozzle. But you're a Knights fan. You can come in clutch here. We want some niche ones. Not... Oh, this will be... Let's go Jenkins. For that. Hang on. Oh, right. Okay, because it's an old grid. Because Jenkins has absolutely scored 3+ tries in the game. I'm being robbed. Owen Craigie for which one? Jonathan Wright for Warriors and 3 clubs. There is no Warriors. It's Dolphins, South, and Knights. Anyway, they're actually about to get started again. We've got to lock in here. We'll continue that next stream. There'll be a lot of new NRL grids for us to do. I like that. A little bit of trivia. There's the kickoff for the second half. Let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. Good catch there by Tavana. And gets right in the way there of a charging Fainu off the back of the kickoff. Not the greatest start to that. Thoughts on the jerkin? Don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Oh, nice little offload there. Buller now around the middle of the field. He gets about 10 meters there, additionally, off the offload. In fact, he's still going. Make it 15. Well, I was just going to say Dustin Cooper for the bottom left, but you've gone now, Lamau. Sorry. Well, you know what? I'll open the tab back up. I've still got it there. Dustin, you guys can't see it, but I'll tell you how many. Oh, that's magnificent. Look at that. 0.18. That is absolutely gorgeous from you. All right, kick on the last. Underneath this one is the Fox. It's going to be contested by Taverna. Great catch there by the veteran. He's picked up by Kai Pierce-Paul there. Forced onto his back. This will be a slow play the ball. Great work there from the West Tigers. Have you had your Dare Ice White Chocolate Mocha today? I have not. I did not know that that was a thing. Although you have mentioned it before, I didn't know it was an actual coffee. Pufferfish says YouTube logo and then says lock in. I'm locked in, bro. I'm locked in. I'm here. Who's your top 4 this year? Coming into the season, it was Panthers, Storm, Roosters, Broncos. Obviously, I mean, I'm very comfortable with Panthers as my pick there. Storm might not finish as high as second. I back Roosters and Broncos, though, to get a little bit more consistent form. To be fair, so do I with Storm. I wouldn't be changing up that prediction all too much. All right, kick there from Mitch Moses. It's going to be a good start to field position here for the West Tigers. Bullock now gets it to Leaguie. Dummies, they're going to start this beyond halfway. Great work. Off the back of only 2 sets, given that they were the team that were receiving the kickoff as well, they've done brilliantly there to get field position. Excuse me. Knights for top 8. Well, you're certainly playing at the moment like a team that's going to make the top 8, so who am I to go against it? I didn't tip you for top 8, though, for sure. All right, so category 1, I think they said that was for Russell, so he'll be off the field. Diddy says, I invite you to a party. I do not accept, unfortunately. Sorry, so. Not with that username. Dewey now, stepping in field. He goes and nearly makes it there. I reckon if he'd beat Kaltonga, he would have been 1-on-1 with a fullback, and I would have backed him to get over. Very good set, though, by the Tigers. Madden. Now back towards the other side. Tavada. They've identified that as a real advantage that they have, and he's scored! The young winger jumping over the top of the flying Fox, but it's Tavada time as he reaches for the heavens, and the Tigers are in again.
We are the Tigers in black, white and gold. Stout-hearted men, all fit and bold.
Love that from them. The young winger, Tino Tavana. He has a habit of scoring pretty gorgeous tries, and that was one of them. Madden, beautiful. Holding the ball, lands it on an absolute pinpoint there. Jumps up for it over the top of a smaller winger in the Fox. Gets it all ends up. Has Peasant to beat there. Papali comes across, can't get it. Ball is slammed down. Beautiful work there from West, and they lead by 6. Kick to come. Who do you think is going to win? I tipped Tigers pre-game, and I am absolutely sticking with that for now. What place do you think Cowboys will come? I'm not a Cowboys fan, I'm a Panthers fan. I think I tipped them 3rd last. And although they've won now 3 in a row and look really good, aside from Melbourne, I think they've beat the 2 weakest sides of the comp. I'm not super excited about their form. Who do they have next week? Let's see. Next week they have Broncos, all right? Broncos Friday night, Suncorp Stadium. Let's see how they go with that one. That's a litmus test. If they can, they don't necessarily have to win. Let's say that they compete and have a very narrow loss in that game. I'll believe quite a bit more. Yeah, all right, little bro. Nice raid. No, I mean it sincerely. I think you would agree as well. Even you, the most one-eyed Cowboys fan I know, would admit that Titans and Dragons are the 2 weakest sides of the comp at the moment. Madden with a kick. Hits it. Oh, it starts very close to the right-hand post, but it's got it, and they lead by 8 points. Just a moment. I'll be back in a sec. Where were you when Leaguie was killed? See, Phantom, let's be honest, I am your lawyer. Reverse class with another $8. Holy. I haven't known Reverse to be a donator, but anyway, can you play the Balmain theme for the Tigers tries, but the Western Suburbs theme for the goals and field goals? That would be absolutely peak Dirty Mojo Club. I actually kind of love that. It's a lot more button pressing for me to do. But is this the old Balmain one?
We are the Tigers in black, white and gold.
I think it is. Obviously not the black, white, and gold. But I think that they added in the black and then recorded a new version. But I like the idea, Reverse. I might try and set that up. Hello, Mandanic. How you doing? Leaguie, I need Adam Dewey to score 125 fantasy points in the second half. Can you please ask him to score 4 more tries? Well, let's see. Is he clutch?
Don't miss it. I'm telling you.
Can he clutch up?
Shoelace. Shoelace, Renaud. A clutch. A clutch.
And you clutch at him. Can you score 4 tries and save did Leaguie Swear's fantasy side? Puffer Fishers, I'm a Manly fan. Well, you must be quite happy after Thursday's result, but not after the season as a whole. 6 more there for Parramatta. Next try scorer in this game is not vital. I think there's a world where Tigers score next try, go either 22, go to 22 points or 24 points, and Parramatta can still come back into the game. However, I think that the try after that will be the really important one. I think if it gets to 16 points to 18 and then Tigers get yet another, I'm not sure Parramatta will have that many more points in them. Just psychologically speaking. Big Boy Blue says, I put my 2 Pookie Lebanese, I nearly said Lesbanese, Haas, Adam Dewey, and Mitch Moses, my fantasy team, and they're both playing bad. Well, that's unfortunate for you, brother. Archer with a donation. Why randomly do some streamers just absolutely fly off with the donations? Would you go for rabbits if I pay you 10k? No, I couldn't. Look, I could go for a team other than the Roosters for an absolutely egregious amount of money, but I couldn't actively go for the Rabbitohs authentically for an amount of money. I just couldn't do it. Lesbanese, Legman, you dirty-minded. I mean, yes, but that's not particularly relevant. I just misspoke. All right. Nice offload there. Coruscant is tackled from behind there by Moretti. That was a very important one. 12. Now finds Jock Madden. Lancaster says next score likely wins. And look, I do agree with him, especially if it's the Tigers, but I don't think it's the most important score left in this game. All right. Now in the hands of Josh Adokar, still coming out of his own end there, is tackled. Peasant will be in at dummy half. So on the second, they're still within their own 10. Now Simonson will be tackled there by Macassini and Api Coruscant and Alex Schwalm. Leaguey Bears maybe sign Jock Madden. Well, it would be good depth for you, but you've already got Sexton and you've got Wishart. Unless the vision is play Wishart at 9, maybe, which I don't mind completely because you don't have a 9. Then I think that could work. All right. Fainu and Kai Bisbal tackling Tuivaiti. Now Riley Smith gives it to Moses. A modest 19-meter gain there, kicking from inside their own 30. Caught there by the West Tigers on the bounce, and Stola Leahy running back into the line like a wrecking ball. Love that from him. Big Boy says, hear me out, the Gold Coast Titans come back and win this game. I don't think we should ever let Bro cook again, personally. How do I change the background? Archer, I said this before, it's a Twitch thing. You watch on Twitch, you get channel points on Twitch passively, and then you can redeem channel points for multiple different things. There's head dent check, there's all sorts. So, although actually it is just those 2 lately. Oh, and there's time out yourself, time out somebody else. So, yeah. Not on YouTube, unfortunately. Moses needs some help. Peasant really isn't as good as I've been expecting. I'm going to say is what was meant to be said there. I mean, look, I did say this before. Hang on. Kick up here from the West Tigers. Done very well there, Parramatta, to come down with it through the Fox. I said this all preseason long. I feel that Peasant doesn't have enough attacking output next to the game managing style that Mitch Moses likes to have. Yes, Moses is a very good attacking half in his own right, but he likes to be in control of everything as well. I felt that Papali, although a very, very small body to be a frontline defender, would be a better option at 5'8". Just saying. Why weren't you in Mr. Beast's 100 streamer video? I think I answered this last stream, Kalani. He reached out to me, but I wasn't interested in seeping down to that level. Now that I've been on like the Playing in Simple podcast and stuff, not interested. Riley Smith is my friend's brother. Riley Smith knows a lot of people. There was a person who was in chat last year a lot who said that they were Riley Smith's cousin. Pufferfish is applauding Manly. I love that for you. It's been, what, 5 days since you played and you're still going. Lancaster not on the herbs. Lancaster on the cans. Wait, it's not Lancaster. It's Lancaster. Of course it's Lancaster. What am I talking about? Why have I been saying Lancaster this whole time? Anyway, I was playing Eldon Sips to my body before the game. That's actually quite cool. Why was I saying Lancaster? Whatever. I've got confused. Are you the most popular NRL streaker? Streaker? Not streaker and also not streamer, but I do my best. All right. Underneath this one, again, it's the Fox. They really make a point of kicking to him. He sort of just kneels in that tackle, waiting for Apicorosa to come and tackle him. Wes on top here in terms of field position. Leaguie on the canes too, it seems. Absolutely. I'm in a weird-ass headspace, but I always am when I stream. Leaguie, did you know that Google is spelled Google? No, but the more you learn. Hear me out. Apicorosa morphs into Tom Burgess and seals the game. How so? How are you arguing that that's going to take place? Yeah, see, Phantom, I don't know what on earth I was thinking there. I felt... I caught myself up because I thought I'd been saying Lancaster, but I hadn't. And so then I said it the way that I was saying it. I don't know. My brain just shut off there for a moment. The beauty of live television, eh? Next time you go to a game, would you streak the field for $1 million? Yes, I think I would. For $1 million. I would do worse for that than that for $1 million, for sure. All right. Dewey now across to find Tavana. Oh, met very well in the tackle there by Kelbert to Alungi. Do you think Panthers are good? No, overrated as hell. In my opinion.
He's trash.
So, yeah. All right, Coruscant now finds Terrell May in behind the ruck. Great offload there to his little hooker. Ball finds the ground. Did well there to knock it on Kaipe's ball. Now for Adam Dewey. Great play there by the West Tigers. A lot came off for them, but it was good work. Diddy, I can't answer that. While keeping my career... Are we saying penalty Tigers here? Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Penalty to Wests. They've got a real chance here to put this quite a way away from the Parramatta Eels. League, did you know if you score the most points, you will win in the NRL? I think Dolphins scored the most points in the NRL last year, though, and they didn't win. So, Peter Goff is about to drop Dan Ganane for not agreeing on his call. Hear me out, let me cook. Ganane is not commentating. Leaguie, you are no longer invited to my birthday party, and just so you know, Spider-Man's gonna be there. No! 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 That's devastating. This game is fundamentally stupid. Sea Phantom's fundamentally stupid. I don't even like Spider-Man. Alright. Coruscant absolutely calling the shots there. On the second. Gets it now to Latu Fainu. Now Terrell May through the middle. Oh, beautiful offload there to find Jerry Buller. Dummies goes himself. He's close, but he won't quite get there. Coruscant now again calling the shots. Halfway through this set. Gets the ball to Jock Madden. Kicking behind. Simonson has got it. And he will die with the ball in the end goal. So dropout will be forced. Magnetic, you realize I never believe you when you say that. Just because of how many times you said it. Obviously not. Obviously not. Leaguey, what do you think about no more daylight savings? Good. Daylight savings is stupid. I do not care about the benefit of it all being a little bit light outside. Who cares? Let me live in my own darkness. I like that. Don't mess about the clocks all the time. Keck was wildly out on the fall there. Jesus. What do you mean I never said that? I mean, I can literally see you having said that. So, whoa. So DM with $15. Not even a message attached to it. Just randomly given $15. Thank you so much. That's a, is that profile picture? I'm trying to see. There's a kid in a jersey. Is it Western Sydney Wanderers? Is it Aberdeen? It's really small on my screen. I can't see it. But thank you so much. That is much appreciated. Much appreciated. May now. Into the line. Oh, no. It's a Spain jersey. It's a Spain jersey. All right. Adam Dewey now. Underneath. Great work there. The run from Luke Lololiti, but the Parramatta defense was equal to it. It's Spain, yes. No, I can see that now. Is it... Wait, is Archer DM and So DM the same person? I think it might be. Anyway, Tigers are very, very close to the line. Very close to the line here. On the fourth, Pierce Paul gets it to Jock Madden. Won't put a kick in. May gets it. We'll just take a settler through the middle. Here we go. On the last. Coruscant for Madden again at first receiver. Dewey, cut out pass to his winger. That was an absolute bullet of a pass. It was out behind League. Parramatta survived there, and that was a really important one to survive. Big Boy says, did you know every team that has won the NRL Grand Final had a team that plays rugby league? That sport really won. Yeah, this is why rugby league's the best sport on earth. No other sport has ever won the National Rugby League. It's my brother using my alt account. Well, I hope that you gave your brother permission to spend $15 on a donation to me. But much appreciated. Thank you so much. That's very, very kind of you. Leaguie, you were now kicked from the interview I'd booked for you to be on live TV. Just so you know, Teddy was going to be there.
There's got to be an investigation into this. Someone's got to be accountable for this.
That is absolutely devastating. I can't believe that. Shocking. What are you talking about, Lorenzo? The Tiger Walker v Expat Oli boxing match. What are you on about? Okay, Talented Silver up against his former club now. Out of dummy half. Ball ends up across with Brian Kelly, who's had a couple of costly errors already in this game. We'll see if he can close out these final 20 minutes with a solid performance in the centres. Kick there from Moses. Underneath this one will be Buller. Good take there from the Fijian flyer. Now gets it out to Loli'i. Beats Simonson. All ends up. There's a bit of a gap there through the middle. Stands in the tackle. Can't get an offload away. What teams do you think are overrated? Overrated. I think we've got a pretty good read on most teams this season, to be honest. Maybe the Roosters a little bit, actually. But, I mean, I have faith in them to be able to turn it around. So, yeah. Tune Space, thank you so much for the follow over on Twitch. Cho says, benchy coaching from the bench. What's your opinion, coaching from the bench versus coaching from the, I'm going to say, coach's box? It was 6 more there, by the way. I missed that, but it's now the first for the West Tigers in attacking field position inside the 30. Different coaches just have different styles. It's a very sort of European style to coach from the sideline. I like that. I think, you know, Ricky Stewart obviously has done it his entire career. Benji sort of chops and changes every now and then. It helps you from a tactical perspective to be able to be higher up, but I think you trust his assistants for that role. There's space here. Taruva stepping back infield. There's still room in front of him here. The centre, formerly of the Penrith Panthers, is close to the line. He's going to be forced over the sideline. Parramatta's defence take an absolute constitutional rugby league bow right there, because that was gorgeous, and they're into it. Both sides are into it. There's a bit of feeling in this game. There were about 3 moments there where you thought for sure Tito Taruva was going to score a try, but he eventually went for that last little hole that appeared. It was great work off the offload, Taruva. Oh, what a pass from Jareen Buller. I tell you what, if Kai Paul had been in the way there, he goes to the line for sure. Nearly was there anyway. Ball hogging? I don't think it's ball hogging necessarily. Oh my god, look at Papali in Taruva's face there. Screaming in his face. That's what caused a little skirmish. Holy. Jesus. Leaguie, have you ever been on an NRL field fully clothed or otherwise? I have, yes. A few times. I've been Accor Stadium, been on the field. Allianz Stadium, been on the field. GIO Stadium, been on the field. Leichhardt Oval, being on the field. I think that is all of them. But yes, done those 4. Oh, and, well, it's on an NRL field, but I've been on Henson Park. All right. So right here now, Charlie Geimer it is, up to the halfway line. We're now getting to a point with the clock. Yes, there's still a heap of time left, but that next, the closer we get to the end of the game, that next try is becoming more and more important. It's becoming pretty important. I bet the League would lose to me at Star Wars Battlefront. 1 or 2. 1 or 2. Have you ever been to Bluebet? Not for a game. I have been to the stadium, but no, not for a match. Have you ever been a ball boy? No, unfortunately. I have not. All right, on the last. Moses puts a kick up. It's for Lolali'i's wing. Para get it and come down with it, but they've knocked on the ball. Now Madden is away. Is this play on? No, it's not. It's penalty Parramatta for an escort. All right, here we go, folks. They should take the 2 here. They're not going to, but they should take the 2 here. Without a doubt, just take the 2 here. They can go for a try, and even if they score a try, it's still a 2-score game. However, take the guaranteed 2. It's a 2-score game either way. You take the guaranteed one. Is Moses screaming at him? Peter Goff here. Lancaster says, I love the OG Battlefront games, but of the new ones, Battlefront 2 is better. I don't remember liking Battlefront 2 as much. I did not, big boy, actually. Have you been to Combat? I have, quite a number of times now. Too far out to the side to take the 2? I'd back Moses. Yeah, he's in real pain here, Bailey Simonson. Why did the Eels player get hurt? It was, I think, an escort that caused it. Legman, are you wearing shorts or long pants right now? I don't really wear shorts. I don't know, shorts aren't my thing. I'm wearing jeans at the moment. Because even if you take the 2 and miss, it's still a 20-meter dropout. Did Leaguie swear say, I went on Suncorp's field after Broncos won the grand final and stole a bit of grass. So you watched that grand final at Suncorp? Yeah, that looks very rough. Why do you always wear suits? It's part of my branding. Part of my branding. I love it. West Tigers player will get sent off big time. I don't necessarily agree. Oh, Phil Henderson there, the touchy. They're getting into it here. Brian Kelly's not happy about it. The referees are now running over. Yeah. This thing looks like it could be set to boil here. Yeah. There's a lot of feeling in this. Leaguie, please respond. Oh, Leaguie, only the real ones remember the time we found out the identity behind exposing the Leaguie. I actually don't even remember that. There were so many of them. The Parramatta fans do not like it. They are giving it to the West Tigers here. I actually want to see the replay again. I haven't seen it. I will go back and see it myself. Because I was reading chat when they showed it. The Eels fans are literally calling Leaguie over. These are... Look, as terrible as it is, these are really fascinating scenes. Look at the unity of the Parramatta Eels here. Oh. In the bin. Leaguie's in the bin. Yellow line incoming, folks. Yellow line incoming. And that could change the game. That could absolutely change the game here. Oh. I forgot to turn the yellow line on. It's there, but I forgot to unhide it. This has really made an interesting contest of this. What's the best game you've been to? Raiders and Broncos in the last season. In the finals. Yeah, they won't take the 2 now. They won't take the 2 now. I agree with that. I'm sorry for the lack of commentary here, but I'm just fascinated to see how this is all playing out. That's a joke. If he wasn't injured, we don't think twice about it. Well, I'm going to go back and watch the replay of the tackle, because I still haven't actually seen the exact mechanics of it. Shout out Tim Grant, by the way, on the sideline there, helping Leaguie off the field, former Panther and Tiger. Jeez. Heads up, young man. Come on. And Chris Hinton's there as well. I looked back. It's bad. Yeah, I'm gonna go off live here while play is not still active. And I'll have a look at it. Watch Malice at the Palace, not a good idea. I have seen Malice at the Palace. Yeah, it's rough. See, Phantom, I just don't have the green suit pants. I'm sorry, I don't. Okay, I'm watching the replay of it now. So Simonson goes up for it. It is tackled in the air. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's broken. It's interesting because Peter Goff, immediately after the replay was shown, said, I don't think it's a deliberate action. I agree with the call from the... I don't remember who left the comment, saying that if he's not injured, we don't think twice about that. It would have been a penalty, but yeah, I actually agree with you. Anyway, Papali, now for that isolated wing. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. He might have scored here. The number 19 for Parramatta. He's listed as a halfback. He's popped up there on the wing. I can't even remember what his name is. It's Upper Twiddle. Or Twiddle. I don't know. They're saying Twiddle in commentary. I'm really not sure here. Yeah, he's got that. That is gorgeous. That is your first touch in first grade, Upper Twiddle, and oh my days.
He's Houdini! He's Houdini! Put him in the circus! Put him somewhere! He's too good for this game!
Put him in a circus. Holy. Upper. Hat off to you. That is gorgeous. I was asked the other day, why do you like rugby league so much? And I spoke about the freakish things we see our athletes do. And I spoke about a goal that Wayne Rooney scored against Manchester City like over a decade ago. Well over a decade ago. Like 15 years ago. And how they still talk about that in the Premier League. And I was like, we get that level of absolute freakish athleticism week after week in the National Rugby League. And there it is. Right there. Beautiful work. Upper Twiddle. You are a try scorer.
Running up so thick and strong and kicking up the heels. If you want to see how football's played, then come and see the
Better than DC. I love that comment. That's hilarious. They strike immediately. I thought Madden had done enough. He went up high for it, though, unfortunately. It wasn't what he wanted. It wasn't what he wanted. He had to hit the body, surely. Yeah, just couldn't quite get a full grasp of him. And ball finds the ground. Great work there, Upper Twiddle. Great bounce there. Mitchell Moses from the sideline to make it a 2-point game with inside 20 minutes left to go. Hits it and is going to hang it out to the right-hand side. So it stays 18 points to 14. Can Eels get 20 to 18? For sure. I reckon they will before this min period is done. That was gorgeous. James Tedesco is a fraud industry plant. Look, this is not against any particular rule in my chat, but just for my own, kind of purposes, for my love of the game, that's a 1-minute timeout. How is Leaguie in front of me? No, bro. I just watched the game, innit? I just watched the game. It's interesting reverse. Yeah, I didn't get a lot of practice last year. I guess with Zach Lomax being the main kicker. Maybe he's just sort of out of that kind of rhythm in that case. But yeah, it's weird. I have no idea. You said that a lot, Dilly. I have no idea what you're talking about. Upper Twiddle equals Cody Nicarima. All right. With how many injuries Parramatta have had in the past few weeks, did they secretly hire South's recovery and training staff? Might be. Twiddle now, back in field. He had a bit of a chance there down the sideline. Guymer's got it. They're not tackling him. Coruscant finally actually decides to tackle the man with the ball, but it's 6 more. Here come the Eels. They are absolutely on it. Is being a live streamer good or bad? It is very, very fun. I absolutely adore doing it. Alrighty. Now Riley Smith. Short ball to Kitione Katonga. That winger is goated. I don't even know if he's a winger. He's listed as being a halfback on NRL.com. So I'm not sure. Anyway, Junior Barlow now. Giving it to Dylan Walker. Riley Smith. They've got the defense shot here. Makasini. Twiddle for the corner. He's got 2. He's got 2. It is the best possible debut you could possibly imagine. The Eels are in again.
running up so thick and strong and kicking up the heels. If you want to see how football's played, then come and see.
Mate, absolute rugby league. You cannot have asked for a better start to his NRL career. This is incredible. This is absolutely incredible. What the hell is going on? They're level up here. The Parramatta Eels. It's 18 points all, and it's Upper Twiddle. I didn't know that name an hour ago. Now he's a double try scorer, and what a 2-try haul it was, and what an incredibly important moment in this game. On this occasion, Easter Monday, packed out at Parramatta. He gets the ball, cut out of the back of Mitchell Moses, beats Makasini, all hands up, gets to the ground, easy as you like. My word, that is a great start to his career. Holy. Patuano, you superstar. It's amazing. It's amazing. We need to see some Lewa things. 5 tries in 9 minutes. That's a niche reference there. A Bundesliga reference coming in. I think he scored 5 in 9 against Wolfsburg, wasn't it? Bro, he's actually Andrew Johns. He might actually be Andrew Johns. Oh, Moses isn't kicking. It's Talon De Silva. Will kick this one. I haven't known Talon to be a goal kicker. Do you watch soccer? No, I do follow it, though, quite closely, but I do not watch
Leaguie,
it.
someone just redeemed a thing.
Here we go.
Silas Kinski just redeemed change the background color. Curacao qualified for the Dub C. Mark Alice Blau, finally giving Dutch fans a team that can actually win a trophy without choking on the big stage.
Mark Alles Blau means make everything blue. As opposed to orange, which is the Dutch color, but anyway. Talon De Silva from the sideline to give Para the lead. Hits it. And this one, it is coming back, but it's going to stay too far to the left. So 18 points all it is. With 17 minutes left in this game, folks, we have a box office finish lined up for you guys here. How good's Rugby League, mate? How good is Rugby League? Cody Nicarima scored off his first touch in the NRL as well. First game, first try, first touch of the ball. There we go. Okay. I didn't know that reference, but that's gorgeous. Look at the scenes as the blue and gold army raise in the stands for Arpa Twiddle. Gorgeous. Could he get 3? Could he get 3, though? Just give him the ball again, surely. Off the kickoff, give it to him. I'll skin the whole team. Up and Twiddle, where have you been? Where has he been? My days. Sir says, I go for rabbit. That's a shame. My condolences for your condition. All right. Holy. How old is he? I want to look up this kid. Apa Twiddle. His actual name is Te Hurinui. He's just known as Apa. But yeah, Te Hurinui is his real name. He's 21 years old, born in New Zealand. Played in the preseason this year. I'm having a look at the positions he's played. Mostly fullback, 20 games at fullback, 1 at 5/8, 1 at halfback, 2 coming off the bench. So I don't know why the hell his name is listed as a halfback on NRL.com, but NRL.com is a truly terrible website at times. So yeah. Afternoon, Mene. Thank you for watching all the way from Papua New Guinea. He's going to start every week now, just off this one game. I mean, I wouldn't go that far, but it's been a brilliant start. Maybe. We'll see. George, not a massive tip. Well, I kind of like tipping point when it's on, but I wouldn't go out of my way to watch it, so no. All right. Run here by Tino Tavana. That was a very important 6 again for the West Tigers to get as they wind down this clock until Laliti comes back on the field. Excuse me. Oh, strip. 101, Brian Kelly. What a play to come up with. That is really, really important, and it's all coming up blue and gold at the moment. The Fox gets away there from Kai Pierce-Paul. On the second here, they're 40 out from the Tigers line, and they have looked likely every single time they've had attacking field position here. Still 4 minutes left to go in the send-in period. They could well get another try here. Legman, if you were on Shark Tank, what product would you pitch? I would pitch green suit jackets, purely because they are evidently directly correlative. Is that a word? They correlate directly to elite performance, as proven by this. It's going to be a penalty here to the Parramatta Eels, excuse me. They're staying down here. I think it's coming to a lungy. It is. Is he saying high contact for Terrell May? Yeah. I doubt it's, I think he's putting a little bit of mayo on it. We are seeing it in slow motion. It wasn't so much a swinging arm. It was more of a catch, but anyway. If Parramatta win, I'm going to become a psychopath. I really hope that they don't then. Are you flipped because you angled your arm the wrong way? Huh? Doing that. What's wrong with that? I'm not flipped. Well, okay. Am I flipped? I'm raising my right hand now, and it does show on the left-hand side, but that's how that works, so I'm not flipped. All right. So Kaumatuolangi will come from the field here. So I think, as he should have, Moretti comes back onto the field. When you stay down that long, you really do need to come off. 15 minutes left. 15 minutes left. This is going to be absolutely gorgeous. Oh, now when you said correlative, you angled your arm down. Did I? Really? I thought I did that. Anyway, whatever. Oh, but... Right. No, I see. Yeah, I see. Okay, got it. Anyway. For me, that's up. But obviously, yeah, for you, it's down. Whatever. Talon De Silva now. In a dummy half. Goes one way. Dummy's the other. Now, Kitiona Katonga will be close to the line. But not over. What's your favorite sport? Gee, I wonder. Oh, De Silva. Oh, pass out there to find the Fox. I think he's knocked it on. He tried to do a Tommy Jenkins there against the Roosters. He's still holding the ball here for some reason, the Fox. Jeez, that was close. Bottom 3 sports. Estonian horse racing. Nothing against the Estonians. It's just I don't like their horse racing industry. Kazakhstani dog greyhound racing. Don't like that much at all. And the third worst sport in the world is Quidditch. It's a real sport, by the way. They play it here at my uni. They do not have a rugby league team at the ANU, but they do have a Quidditch team. Make of that whatever the hell you will. But anyway. Alrighty. We're back to the green background, folks. He dropped the ball. He did drop the ball. Correct. But he just held it for a really long time. Leaguie, if I could put some KFC through my laptop, I would give it to you. That means absolutely the world to me. This is why we should level the ANU ... in Minecraft. Has anyone built the ANU in Minecraft? I'd actually quite love to see that. Alright. Taruva now. Up over the 20. It sort of landed a bit awkwardly in that tackle there. Holds the ball. On the 3rd. And now for Alex Seyfarth. Gets to the 30. Coruscant's in a dummy half on the 4th. They're going to the left-hand side now. Madden to find Buller. Dewey now. Doesn't keep the ball going to his outside man. Just stands in the tackle. Archer says you'd look good with pink hair. I think I would look good with a little bit of green going on. A little bit of green tips, sorry. I reckon I could do that as a bit of branding. Anyway, feedback's there for Josh Adokar. Oh, we're changing the background color again.
Phantom just redeemed change the background color. Give me orange or give me depth. Lots of people are saying they want it. Only the good people, not the bad people, with tears in their eyes. Many such cases. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Praise be to Allah.
Oh, Simonson's heading to hospital. If that wasn't an explicit Trump reference, I would have been annoyed that you'd use up so much text there, but that's okay. No dramas. So Peasant's off the field now, ruled out for a hamstring injury. Simonson's straight to hospital. That doesn't surprise me whatsoever. Moses, he played that very quickly. He might have been pulled up on that. Anyway, it's the last. De Silva. He's got a lot of space here. Gives it to Riley Smith. Fox is unmarked. Great catch there. Tino Tavana. Great work for Tino Tavana. If that kick had been a little bit deeper, the Fox scores for your life. But they do force a drop out there. Good work. Legman, shave your head. This is a threat and a promise. It's not a promise. You can't promise that I will do that. Pufferfish, I do love the Eagle Rock song by Daddy Cool. It's a great song. Who do you think will win now? I reckon Parramatta do it from here, personally. They've just got all the running. Okay, so it's... Fox has said it's a dislocated ankle. I would have thought for sure it would be a broken. But anyway. Leaguie, do you know what is the most depressing thing ever? When you make a Leaguie or NRL reference, not a single person understands you. What, in day-to-day life? Madden with a short goal line dropout. Oh my god, they've done well there. Samuela Fainu goes up with it, goes up for it, comes down with it. That's a huge play. If Parramatta had a whole attacking set there on the Tigers line, I reckon they would have scored. I reckon they definitely would have scored. BBS, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Much appreciated. Love that. Loliti about to come back onto the field. Seyfarth now. Will be tackled shy of the 40 on the 4th. Plays it. Coruscant. Now for Terrell May. Feints the ball play. Again, they've had a lot of that in this game. Where they kind of look like they're going to go out to their outside men. And then just don't. Great tackle there for Jock Madden. Holy, 10.5 minutes left to go in this game. 10.5 minutes to go, folks. We've got Loliti back on the field. Yellow line is now gone. Sorry, just a moment. Here we go. On the 4th, now 10 minutes left to go in the game. A run here from, that's Luca Moretti. Played. Wasn't a great set there. Moses will put a kick in. Caught there by Jareem Buller. This is tense stuff. Very tense stuff. Thoughts on Rasputin the person and Rasputin the song? I know very little about Rasputin the person, but Rasputin the song, elite. Absolutely elite. I adore that song. It's one of the rare songs that actually plays in clubs when I go out and that I actually enjoy. Because, yeah. Go field goal, says Lancaster. It's absolutely field goal time. It's absolutely field goal time. Dewey now, with his hands on the ball on the 3rd, will take a tackle, sort of work to that corner of the field. They should run. It's still a long way out. I was going to say they should set up in the middle of the field, but no, it is a long way out. I wouldn't go field goal just yet. Fainu now, tackle. So this will be the last. They're 30 out, not quite field goal range. Madden just puts a bomb up. Underneath this is Tavana. Goes up for it. I'm not sure what the ruling will be there. Still the last here. Dewey's with it. We'll put a second kick up. Everyone's offside. He chases it through. Nearly goes down with it. But it's that man. It's that man, Twiddle, who goes up for it and comes down with it. Great work. Jeez, Josh Papali. It's not Josh Papali, Michael Ennis. It's Josh Papali. Is he injured now? Twiddle's at fullback. Jesus Christ. I was like, why is he on the other wing? But that makes sense. He had a chance there. If Coruscant wasn't there, that sideline was open for Twiddle. Who are we going for? Tigers. Great offload there, though. Talon De Silva gets it to Dylan Walker now. That was a really important offload. That gets him about another 10 meters. That turns us from a disappointing set into actually quite a decent one. Moses now finds his front rower there, Jack Williams underneath. Tackled there, just shy of the halfway line. Oh, it's tense. I was hearing Luke Keary talk the other day about when you go for a field goal in the game, and he generally says when you're inside 8 minutes, then it's field goal time. And folks, there's 8 minutes left. There's 8 minutes left. I do not like carrots, unfortunately, sir dear. No. Loliti is booed as he carries the ball up beyond the 30 on the 2nd. Now Madden to Makisini. Solid 10-meter run from him as well. They probably won't be in field goal range by the end of this set unless they get a set reset or a penalty. Taruva, that's a great run. Great run from the center. That's 20 meters. That's transformed it. One more hit up here. They could go for a long ranger. Twal in behind the rock. Gets an offload away now to find Api Coruscant. Great work. Buller infield to Taruva. Oh, they've got space here. Finds his inside man in Kai Pierce-Paul. Can't get an offload. Inside he had fire to. It would have been a tricky one anyway. They're not set for a field goal here. They go through the hands. Dewey is close to the line. And he turns the ball over. Look, not a terrible place to turn the ball over. Has to be said. Not a terrible place. But they didn't end up setting up for the field goal. There's still time. Here's the game plan now for the West Tigers. You've turned the ball over in absolutely brilliant field position. Do not give away a set restart. Do not give away a penalty. Hold Parramatta down their end. Force them maybe into an early kick. Force them to kick for field position and territory. Then you should be able to set up with good field position in your set and strike a field goal with what will be about 5 minutes left to go in this game. That is the plan. That's the plan. All right. Guymer now. They're not really containing Parramatta very well here. These were two very solid runs. All right. De Silva finds Twiddle. Oh, he's hit. It was a little bit awkward there from Kai Pierce-Paul. Sorry, Fainu, but anyway. All right, 6 minutes left to go. That's the 4th. I'm changing the background back to green. I want the green background. Moses with a kick. He kicked from beyond the halfway line. That, yeah, I have to describe as a failure for the West Tigers in that set. Lolali'i. He'll be tackled in just beyond his 20. They had a real opportunity there, the West Tigers, but great work from Parramatta to get out of their end. They've very much balanced up the field position now. Oh, nearly a knock on there for Tavana. He holds it. It was close. That was close. Who's the most important player for Eels to win? Moses, no doubt about it. All right, Buller. Does get an offload away, Kai Pierce-Paul. They've got time, but they need to spread this ball. They don't. I don't know why they're not spreading the ball that much. That was not me tasting on the job. That was me changing the color of the background. Madden. Now in the hands of Buller. Oh, held there by Leaguie. He had his outside man there. But they've only got to just shy of the 40. This is a poor set from the Tigers. Coruscant dummies a kick. Here's a bit of space, though. They get it. Oh, it's knocked on. It's knocked on. Tavana, they said that's back. I cannot believe that they said that that's back. I cannot believe they said that that's back. Anyway, a very, very modest set there. I don't know why Taruva held the ball up there. Dewey had to kick with a heap of pressure on him. Massive win for Parramatta.
Just redeemed changed the background color. Back to orange, bro.
I hate that you've made me do that. The Tigers have absolutely fundamentally failed the closeout of this game so far. It's not... This game's not done, but holy... Surely you challenged that? It wasn't a break in play, so they couldn't challenge it. Ooh. They're looking good here, Parramatta. On the third. They're just shy of the halfway line. Walker finds Tui Vaiti. But met there well by the West Tigers defense. That's a bit of a wasted tackle there. They probably won't be in range for a field goal. Walker. At the back to find Moses. Short ball to Jack Williams. Unless they kick a two-pointer. Let's see. Oh, to Silver in a dummy half. Does find Moses. Goes inside himself. There's space. Will he kick for himself? Oh, ankle tapped. Ankle tapped is Mitch Moses. What work by Happy Coruscant. What work by Happy Coruscant.
Roaming to roam, just redeem timeout self.
Why would you want to be timed out yourself, bro? At a moment like this. They're going to challenge something here. I think they might challenge some high contact. Let's see. Let's see. It was great ankle tap by Coruscant. Absolutely unreal. However, was there high contact there on Mitchell Moses? Oh, there was. This is going to be controversial either way. Whatever way this goes, whatever way they rule. Yep. Successful challenge. Parramatta will kick and lead and probably win. I can't disagree with the call. I can't. It was high contact. It was not the most forceful, but if it had gone either way... Sorry, if it had gone the other way, you would have had a heap of people in the media being able to say, that's high contact. What are they doing? Common sense should prevail here. It's soft. It's soft, but they did not have a choice. They did not have a choice. How did you create the chat thingy on your stream? Streamlabs. It's a really, really good website. It's soft, but I can't disagree. Just saying Crichton was let off for less? Yeah, Crichton was let off for less. They didn't challenge it, though. The referee missed it, just like the referee missed that one. If they challenged it, the Dragons, I reckon Crichton wouldn't have been let off. Cannot disagree with that decision. There will be... Okay, for this week coming up, NRL 360 immediately after this game, I'm sure they're going to describe that as an incredibly soft call. I'm sure Gordon Tallis is going to be saying, that's ridiculous, all this stuff. But I want you guys to be able to see through that. I want you guys to be able to know that they would have been telling you that either way. They would have been saying that the referee made the wrong call or the bunker made the wrong call either way. So just remember that as they go through this week. Moses with a kick. Hits it. Oh, he's just about snuck it in. 20 points to 18. Scenes. This game, look, it's not over. It's not over. They'll go short here, the West Tigers. This game did deserve a better finish than that. It really did. But Parramatta lead. Lorenzo, I made the scoreboard. I set up all the different elements myself. The timer is from Smart Guy. And the Trianimesh is also from Smart Guy. Othniel Luke, thank you for the follow on Twitch. All right, they've gone the short kickoff. Oh, it's come down with the West Tigers. It's Fidu again. Here come Wests. The game comes down to this play. Well, this set. Madden now. To find Fidu. They've wasted a play there anyway. It's a penalty. It's a penalty. High contact. Penalty to the West Tigers. Surely they go two. Surely they go two. And Parramatta fans who just thought they'd won the game. I thought they'd won the game. That is the cardinal sin. Rugby League, folks. Absolute Rugby League. Absolute Rugby League. Jesus. Oh my days. This is insane. All right. They're going for the 2. It's Jock Madden. Oh, he forces him a meter or so back. Jeez. As they're lining up the kick, I'm going to line up a social media post of Absolute Rugby League because it deserves it. It deserves it. All right. Are you clutch, Jock Madden? Are you clutch? This is a huge kick. It's a long, long way out. Jock Madden on Easter Monday hits it. It's got the direction. It's got the length. And we're level. Oh, my days. This game is fundamentally stupid. That is one of the most clutch moments you will ever see. Gorgeous. Rugby League, folks. Rugby League. Wow, wow, wow. Special. Very, very special. Leaguie, go to extra time. I think it will go to extra time. I think it will. This fixture has a habit of just producing absolutely incredible finishes, and this is one of them. This is squarely one of them. What do you mean could be GPT? I have no idea what you're talking about. Holy. All right. Inside a minute left to go. They probably won't try anything too expansionary here at the West Tigers. Though penalty would change things up. We absolutely have a game on our hands, folks. Save path now. Hit it up is tackled. Coruscant's at a dummy half. Gets it to Twal. Now going to try a bit of passing. Oh, nearly an error forced there by Kartonga. Madden took that hit very well. 2 more to go here. They should be trying to soak up the clock. Madden gets it now to Alex Seyfarth. They are going to give Parramatta 1 more possession with the ball. It's not quite over. Beautiful chip over the top there. Oh, Parramatta have got it. They can maybe get 1 more play. Maybe get 1 more play. I don't know why the hell they wouldn't have kicked for length. But anyway, Moses, he's going to go for the field goal. He gets it about 20 meters short. Anyway, Adokar wasn't chasing. Dewey gets it. And Dewey will run over the sideline. Ladies and gentlemen, we have golden point. We have golden point. Holy. This is special, bro. This is very special. Put in your bet who wins in golden point. My last answer to that was Parramatta, but I didn't think that it was going to go to golden point. I'm looking in my head. I'm looking in my head and I can see Mitchell Moses kicking that field goal. I can. You need a golden point scoreboard / animation. Do I have one? No, I have goal. Of course G is for goal, not golden point. I do have one for field goal. Anyway. Magnetic, I'll play it. I'll play it, bro. This game is fundamentally stupid. Fundamentally stupido. It's stupido. Wow, I love this game, bro. I love this game so much. I love this game so much. 20 points all. What a fixture. What a fixture. How poetic would it be if Twaddle gets a hat-trick to win it for Parramatta on debut? They would they would write folk tales about that. They would have to actually change the future of the club. Why are they playing the GTA San Andreas theme? Tigers are going to receive. Both sides will say the same way. West Tigers elected to receive. Interesting. God, the subreddit annoys Lancaster. One was high, one wasn't. But because Moses is a bit of a sook and challenged for it, they're celebrating the Tigers penalty and hate the Eels one. Yeah, I mean, look, there's mixed opinions in there. I think it's a very good online community, though. I love it. That was terrible camera work, by the way, on that kick there from Moses. We got great camera work for the Madden one. Oh, wow. Gorgeous. You're thinking of a draw? A draw would be scenes. All right. I'm calm. I'm so nervous, but I'm calm. Give me Eels field goal, please. It would actually go so hard. It would go so hard. But I do want Tigers to win. I do want Tigers to win. Legman, I could dye your hair. Got my friend coming over for a haircut at some point. I actually know how. We'll do it for finals. I reckon I should do it for like a milestone or something. Finals could well be a shout. I might actually take you up on that. Anyway, Twiddle kicks us off for Golden Point. Here we go, folks. This is special. Taruva for Fanua Bole. I'm surprised they elected to receive. I personally would always want to kick off in Golden Point. Opportunity to attack with your defense. That's what Parramatta are doing right now. Great work there, preventing the post-contact meters. All right. Now Coruscant finds Alex Twall. Will be tackled. On the third here, they're halfway through the set. They're not quite at the 30 now. They're just over it through Terrell May. Probably will get... Actually, they'll be lucky to get to about halfway at this point. Twall gets it out of Jock Madden. Oh, good defensive read there from Brian Kelly on Adam Dewey. They were outside men unmarked, but the rush man, he couldn't get it out to him. Now Madden will kick from inside the 40. It's a good kick in the end. It will land on Twiddle's chest, just inside their 20. And they're going to start this set 30 meters out. That's why I always prefer to kick off in Golden Point. Catholic Deanery, thank you for the subscription on YouTube. Is that roaming to Rome, Dean, or is that a coincidence? Anyway. Good work again there from West Tigers stopping post-contact meters. So both sides into it with intent in this Golden Point period here. Eels, slightly better field position though. Talon De Silva. Now across to find Junior Barlow up to the halfway line. 2 tackles left to go here for Parramatta. De Silva goes out to find Jack Williams running in behind the ruck. That's the 40-meter line. It will take a long one. Moses has got it. He's got time. He's got space. He hits it. I think he's got it. No, he hasn't. He hasn't. The crowd certainly thought so. You have to be able... Like, it's so hard to tell in terms of the camera angle whether he's got it. You have to go with the crowd, and the crowd thought he had it. The crowd thought he had it for sure. It wasn't a million miles away. It wasn't a million miles away, but the 20-meter restart now. You don't want to be the first team to take a pot shot for the field goal and miss it. Now, Tigers, if they can hold the ball, they should be in good field position here at the end of this set. One-off runs, off the ruck, no offloads, hold it. That's what they're doing so far. Good run, Terrell May there. That's what they need to do. Halfway through the set, they're already at the 40. Bole. Yep, it's Route 1 Rugby League. Straight up the hey diddle. Coruscant for Twal. Gets another one there. So they're about... The ball's 20 meters out. There's time. Madden is the man there. They're all offside, the Parramatta players. Madden will not kick it. Why didn't he kick it? Dewey will put a kick over the top. Knock on Parramatta. Williams knocks on. That's huge. That could be the game. His head is in his hands. The former Kuma Stallion, Jack Williams, comes up with an incredibly costly moment there for the Parramatta Eels. I don't know why the hell Madden didn't kick that field goal, but anyway, it worked out in the end. Let's see, they could do it off the scrum. Let's see what they do here. Tigers, this is all you now. You have the best opportunity you could ask for in Golden Point. They're not going to go off the scrum. They'll risk the run the ball here. Buller finds Makasini underneath. They're 20 meters away. Surely they don't wait until the last here. Surely not. Bole holds the ball in the tackle there. Gets away from quite a few there. Look, this is as good as field position as they're going to get here. They're going to go for it. Jock Madden, he hits it. He's got it. No, he hasn't. Penalty Tigers. Penalty Tigers. I wish. I don't know why. Year after year, Rugby League, we don't fix this problem of not being able to tell if they've kicked the goal. It's going to be a penalty for Para being offside. Dylan Walker is fuming here. He's fuming. They can't challenge the 10-meter ruling there. I want to see it. They were offside on the last one as well. Did we the kick from right in front? Wow. Yeah, Peter Goff laying down the law there on Dylan Walker, who was not happy about it at all. He's really annoyed here, Dylan Walker, the veteran. Let's see. So Madden didn't kick it then. Jeez, that's a poor miss from Jock Madden. That is a poor miss from Jock Madden. But he's the man who's going to kick the goal now. Oh, sorry, wait. That's not the right one. It's got to be this one.
I miss it. Firstly. Shoelace, run out. Hey, clutch.
Is Jock Madden clutch? He kicked the last one. It was a lot harder than this. The makeshift half is not the first choice. It's not even the second choice. But for them is all they need today. Jock Madden delivers the goal and he delivers the 2 competition points for the West Tigers. A famous Easter Monday victory. Field goal. Sorry, not field goal. What am I talking about? Penalty goal. I clicked field goal. Oh, I'm in all sorts, folks. I'm in all sorts. It was a missed field goal. It was a got penalty goal. Holy, it feels like a field goal. It might as well be. 22 points to 20. Jock Madden. I tell you what, Moses taking the loss quite well there. I mean, he had a lot to say during the game, but a bit of sportsmanship there at the end. That is a gorgeous win by the West Tigers. Look, both of these teams, I said coming into this game, they've got their sights on probably the lower half of the top 8. These are the games they need to be winning. They need to be picking up competition points against one another, and they've managed to do it there. The West Tigers. Holy, I completely messed it up. Lorenzo. I know. I'm as annoyed at myself as you are at me. Anyway, holy, 77 people watching on YouTube. That's amazing. Thank you all for being here. That's so cool. What a game we had to end the Easter long weekend of footy. Jeez, that was gorgeous. Anyway, we will leave it there. I'll be back on Thursday to stream. I'm pretty sure I'll be back in Canberra on time to be able to do that one. We need a dad analysis. You know, I don't know if he would have been watching. I'll give him a call. I'll see if he was watching. If he's watching, then yes, for sure. We could do that. Oh, yeah, hang on. Oh, no, hang on. That was a message from something else. Let's see. I don't know if he would have been watching that, but we'll see. Hello.
Bienvenido.
Oh, you are not my father. Did you by any chance watch that game?
What? Tell me what other sport on earth is it possible to even play out that scenario? Play out the kind of athleticism for the second try by that first try by the debut winger. It's physically not possible for that to happen in other sports, which is what makes rugby league the greatest sport in the world. Now, some might argue, well, that's quite a coincidence that the greatest sport in the world just happens to be the most popular sport of where you live, young Joe. And I'd point out to them, I'm not young. I'd also point out to them, yes, I'm absolutely blessed in that regard. There is no game better than this. There's no game that can produce the kind of athleticism and skill and toughness that this game can produce. Absolute cracker of a game.
Someone just redeemed a thing.
There's a part of me, though,
Bring
that
them in
thinks
money 12 just to
play
redeem
the
head
draw.
dent check.
Both teams deserve to win. But then we don't get that finish, do we? We don't get that wonderful finish. Absolute rip snorter. What can you say?
Yeah, well, I didn't actually tell you this. I think you might have picked it up, but you are on stream at the moment. There's a message. Can your dad adopt us all? I think they're a big fan of your contributions.
I would dearly love to.
You do not have the financial resources, unfortunately, I think, for that.
My next line was going to be, Dylan, how do you feel about sharing the money that's coming your way and will continue to come your way? Don't think you'd be living alone in Canberra in your little dorm room there.
Very true.
And I don't know, your room up here might be a bit crowded. Absolute cracker. And two likeable teams, two likeable coaches. It's just absolute beautiful, packed house. And you get to say sold out when it's at CommBank. You don't get to say sold out when it's at Shark Park and there's 11,000 people there.
Yeah. I'm really... I'm glad because I thought that the game was going to be one when Parramatta got their penalty off the captain's challenge, and I thought technically the right call, but it felt like the game deserved a better finish than that, and we absolutely got it.
Yeah, it did, and that's, you know, a little slap across the face. I mean, who can honestly say they've never whacked their best mate or someone across the face? That's no big deal. That, but it was a great game to watch. The metric, the measure is how excited neutrals were. Well, I'm neutral. I like both these clubs. I wish both these clubs the best. Got no skin in this game at all. And from our point of view, it was so exciting. The other was, listen to the crowd the whole game. They were so loud, so animated. They absolutely got into it. Next year, you transfer that game to Olympic Park, there's 50,000 people there.
I think so. It's a great tradition that they're building. Yeah.
Great tradition. Battle of the West. Good on Benji. You can't not like Benji. You know, so fantastic game of footy. Almost made up for, you know, a whole weekend without my Roosters. I've been lost. I've been walking around like a aimless sheep.
I don't know. I've been
Nothing
quite
to do.
relaxed.
What am I going to do?
I've been very relaxed.
You know? Yes. I've been just waiting for Perth and Cronulla. So, yeah, absolute cracker. So, now I'm just going to relive it all. I'm not sure what your mum's cooking for dinner.
Okay.
So that'll be the problem with adopting everyone as well. I don't know how far dinner will go either.
That's true. All right, well, I will leave it there, but thank you for your contributions. They love it as always. So thank you.
Always a pleasure, mister. And my last contribution will be, get back to your university homework again.
Yes. No, I will. I can't even have Easter Monday off, apparently. I will get into the uni.
No. All right, see you later.
All right, see you. There we go. How good. Thank you for that. That was a gorgeous stream. I had a lot of fun. Yeah, as I say, on Thursday, I will be up in Sydney. However, I think I'll be back just in time to be able to stream that last little game there. So we'll be able to get that one done. And a heap of other games, obviously, in this coming weekend. But I'll leave you with the West Tigers theme tune and say goodbye. So, thank you for being here. See you later.
Watch us make a break and see us score and try. Our motto is do or die. We're fighting fit and we are ready. We play to win with all our might. And if you think that we are boasting, stick around and watch us strike. Hooray, up West Tigers, hear the mighty roar. It's the team that we love. Just watch us score. We'll keep playing till we hear the whistle blow and show the crowd what we know. We play our football fair and beat the best, the Tigers from the West. The mighty West Tigers.